Shall we remain where we are as we pray? Kind Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for life. We thank you for good weather. We thank you for bringing us all together here at this venue. We ask that you continue to bless us and keep us throughout this evening, that this evening's proceedings will be injury-free, will be enjoyable, and will be all that we expect of it. We ask you for your divine protection for the entire evening, and thank you for each and every person who have contributed to this tournament this year. In your name we pray. Amen. We would like to ask Mr. Seenath at this time to meet the teams as they remain standing in front. Remember, this is the 8th year of the Biche T20 competition, and our main sponsor is Seenath Auto Parts. We have other sponsors: Ashing, Contin, Biche Corporate, Club One Stop Shop, NX One Stop Shop, and there are many other sponsors who have contributed. But this evening, put your hands together for Mr. Seenath, who have been committed over these years to this competition, invested in sports and the community of Biche. Faithfully, this evening we want to extend our gratitude as he meets with the both teams. It's an exciting evening of cricket, the finals of the 18th 2024 edition, and we have Police and Notorious Night Riders awaiting the final play. Who will be victorious this year? We are excited to see, and we know we have a full venue of supporters repping for the boys in blue and the boys in yellow. So tonight we will see who will take the 2024 competition. A grand prize of $13,000 and a trophy courtesy Seenath Auto Parts. At this time we have the skippers meeting with the officiating umpires. At the center, while the teams will meet and greet each other. Alright, you heard that police won the toss and will be batting first. New champions for the 2024 edition is the 8th edition, and I'm sure both teams are anticipating a win. The beach community and everybody present here is looking forward for an exciting night. It's going to be a long night, lots of cricket, lots of entertainment. So enjoy a wonderful night. Thanks to Beach Sport Foundation for putting on a wonderful show this year. Another great tournament, instant and free tournament, accident free tournament. We surely enjoy it, the community of Beach. And I want to thank Mr. Imran Ryan and his team for this tournament. Play will start in 5 minutes.
Here in the Seenath Auto Pass Biche T20 finals. Alongside me, we're getting ready for the toss here. Alongside me is the official, Mr. Singh, captain of the police team, Justin Joseph, and captain of Notorious Night Riders, Marlon Richards. So we're going to pass on the coin as we anticipate a highly encounter here in this one. We're going to have new champions. Marlon with the call. Which is the call?
We have a bat first.
Justin, you want the toss here? What have you decided to do?
Bat.
You're going to have a bat first. Reasons for that?
No, we just believe it will play good.
Tell us a little bit about your batting prowess.
Well, Mr. Singh he has been spared in our batting, so we really look forward to a good luck from him today. And we have players like John Charles and myself to give him the support to do.
All right, Justin, this should be exciting. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Marlon, you've been asked to bowl first here. Your thoughts?
Actually, that's what we wanted to do, and we have been doing good. Looking at how the tournament goes, we have a lot of depth and experience in our ball attack. So we're going to back our bowlers to start the innings and, see how best we can restrict them and win and chase after.
I see a lot of experience mixed with youth in the Notorious Night Riders team. Tell me what we can expect from this team tonight.
You can expect a good performance in terms of, as you say, have a lot of experience, a good balance with youth and experience and trying to play the cricket in the right way. But most of all, what Notorious is about having fun. And we just want to come out here to have fun, enjoy the tournament. Again, it's a wonderful tournament. This is the 8th edition. This is my 5th year. And we really enjoyed it. And we just want to have a great end to this tournament.
All right, Marlon, well, all the best to you. And we look forward to something very exciting here. So news from the center is that police, they've won the toss and they have decided to have a bat first. Remember, we're going to have new champions and look forward to live coverage on Cricket 360 on Facebook and YouTube. Hello and welcome to Biche here in Southeast Trinidad as we get ready for finals. It's Police up against Notorious Night Riders here in the 8th annual edition of the Seenath Auto Biche T20. As you can see in the background, that's the big trophy, the big prize that these two teams are vying for. We're going to have new champions here this evening, it's certain. Of course, the Biche team, they are the defending champions. They crashed out in semi-final action against the Notorious Night Riders. I'm Qadir Mohammed, and alongside me is our guest, our comrade, Mr. Kurt Calendar. As I say good afternoon to you, Kurt. How are you?
A blessed good afternoon to you, and blessed good afternoon to all of our viewers and listeners in Trinidad and Tobago, and wherever you are listening around the world. It is indeed a pleasure to be here. This is actually my second time being in Biche and at the Biche Recreation Ground. And as you quite rightly would have mentioned, this is the 8th year of the competition, and the final is being contested between the police cricket team and the Notorious Night Riders. 30,000 large ones are at stake tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge one. It's a highly anticipated one. It's a mouth-watering clash. Well, news from the center is that police, they have won the toss and they have decided to bat first. And I'm sure Mr. Calendar could give us some more insights into the police team as he is also an inspector of police. So he'd give us some insights into the police team and how they shape up here tonight.
Well, yes, it has been quite a competitive season for the police cricket team. They have engaged in a number of competitions thus far for the season. They were third in the league, and they were also victorious in the Premiership 2 Division T20 Cricket Festival at the Queen's Park Oval 2 weeks ago. So they do have some form coming into this competition. And there are quite a number of players to look out for that has been very consistent, both the batting and the bowling. More so, we have the likes of the captain, Justin Joseph, Brandon Ramdale, and Nicholas Sukhdeo Singh. The batting pretty much has been centered around him. He was also the player of the final and the player of the match in the Premiership 2 Division final at the Queen's Park Oval. So he has come into this tournament with a lot of runs under his belt, and he would be one of the batsmen to look out for that Notorious Knight Riders would want to dismiss very, very early.
Yeah, most certainly. As you can see, the opening batters for police out in the middle, and of course that man, Nicholas Sukhdeo Singh, he's going to take strike, and with him is captain Justin Joseph. He's going to be non-striker, and there you see the captain of the Notorious Knight Riders team, Marlon Richards. He's just giving some last-minute instructions to his bowlers. And yeah, Nicholas Sukhdeo Singh, he needs no real mention. I think everyone in Trinidad around local cricket know of what he can do and how dangerous he could be. And in this T20 format, he is certainly one to definitely look out for here.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he's not the biggest guy or the tallest guy around, but he does pack a punch. And when he hits them, they pretty much stay hit. So the Notorious Knight Riders, their bowlers would have their work pretty much cut out for them tonight if Sukhdeo Singh gets going.
Yeah, definitely. So, picking up the attack here for the Notorious Knight Riders with new ball in hand, it is going to be Amit Sankar. And he was brilliant in the semi-finals for the Notorious Knight Riders in defeating dethroned champions, the Biche Sports Club. He had a maiden over in the 17th over, real crucial one of the innings. He came up trumps, and he's going to have the new ball here for the Knight Riders. I do expect a competitive game, I must say. These two teams shape up nicely. You can see a lot of experience mixed with the youth, and it's certainly one that the Biche community, they are looking forward for. As you look around this ground, you can see supporters banked everywhere, and I'm expecting more fans to come in. They're real passionate about the cricket here, calendar.
And I think kudos has to go to the organizers, Mr. Bash. He has been organizing this tournament for the past 8 years, and he has been doing a tremendous job.
So here's Sankar with the first ball. Sukhdeo Singh is immediately into his work over that mid-wicket region, and a couple of bounces into the boundary. So the first ball of the final, and Sukhdeo Singh.
Need a ball or two to get a few siders in, but not Sukhdeo Singh in this format of the game. He has decided to take the attack to the bowlers from ball one.
Yeah, he is going to be dangerous, man. Here is Sukhdeo Singh again flying through the offside. This time fielding done by Adams at mid-off. So Sukhdeo Singh is definitely signaling his intentions here. He's very, very dangerous in these early overs, the power play overs.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Launching this one again, but again he's going to find a mid-on fielder. That's Seapol. He's not in his usual yellow top. He's in a bit of a change trip. That's Surat Seapol, the leading run scorer in this Biche T20 League, Seenath Auto Biche T20 League. So Justin Joseph, right-hander, captain of this police team, he's been a steady performer throughout this all competitions.
Yes, he has been. Now, he's not usually the preferred opener in the team. However, in the T20 format, he has been given this role to open alongside Sukhdeo Singh to get that left and right and the combination going. So he pretty much would be batting around the legs of Sukhdev Singh and assisting him with that left-right combination, and he has been doing it quite successfully so far for the season. So let's see how he goes tonight.
So it's Sanka again, this time to Joseph. Good delivery. Joseph can't do much with that one. As we look at the field, there's a slip in place. There's a slip, short turn man. A backward point, man just forward of point, cover, mid off, mid on, deep mid wicket, and a short fine leg. Joseph again looking to get his account up and running.
Well, I think it's been a pretty good comeback from the bowler thus far, having been struck for the first delivery. He has pulled it back somewhat, and the score is just 6 without loss. Still in over number 1 with 2 deliveries to go. 5 without loss, actually.
This one, he's going to get away with this one, Sanka. So a dot delivery to finish the over. And after conceding a boundary in the very first deliveries, at the end of 1, it's the police winning the toss and choosing to bat first here, a 5 without loss.
Well, I don't think that the bowling side would be too disappointed that the first over only went for 5 runs. Taking into consideration the first ball went for 4. So the batsmen weren't able to maximize that over, having struck a boundary of the first ball.
After party right here in the basketball court. It's $50 entrance fee, and you can party all night long.
So over number 2 here is going to be bowled by, looks to be Chris Patia from that southern end. It's Sukhdev Singh on strike, and Patia has been excellent with the new ball for the Knight Riders. There's a slip in place. Tell you the deep fielders in a moment. There's deep backward square and long on. Those are the 2 outside the circle. Sukhdev Singh just punching this one into the offside, and a quick single, good running.
Indeed.
From Joseph.
Very good single. Just played it out onto the offside. And this came for the single.
There's a drone on show here.
But I think just about everyone wants to have a vantage point with just about anything they can get. So Joseph, the right-hander, he comes into strike. He's yet to get off the mark.
So Justin Joseph, captain of this police team, and for him, the 2 deep fielders are out at a cow corner and the long on. Patia from over the wicket this time, rammed in with the gloves for the Notorious Knight Riders.
You can take that anyhow.
So Joseph is playing this one down the ground, and he's found Adams at long on. So Justin Joseph, looking to go the aerial route, has to go for no score, caught by Ricardo Adams off the bowling of Patia.
Yep. Knight Riders have struck first blood, getting rid of the police captain. He went without troubling the scorers. The fielder barely had to move. It went straight down his throat, and it was gleefully accepted by the man on the long on boundary. And the score is now 6 for 1 in over number 2.
Yeah, early strike, and there's the duck man. He's certainly a huge fan of the Knight Riders team. He's out there, he's balancing, he's celebrating. He's in his duck suit, and here's how Joseph had to go.
Well, he's certainly working for his money here tonight. But just looking at the replay here, I mean, the man was strategically positioned on the long on boundary there. And Justin Joseph, it could have gone either to his left or his right. He would have gotten 4. But except on this occasion, he hit it straight to the man at long on.
So Antonio Gomez is the new batter for Police, another right-hander. Young man, member of the Pre-Sal team in the Premier One Stuff National League. So he's about to take strike, and as you mentioned, that's excellent captaincy from Marlon Richards.
Absolutely, absolutely. The ball there pretty much bowled to his field, and he got the rewards in the end.
Yeah, definitely. So
So police in the spot of bother 6 for 1.
Gomez is just back and pushing this one. Looking for 2, but I think he's not going to get that. Richards is quick off the boundary.
Well, there definitely wasn't 2 runs there. It would have been suicidal coming back for the second round. So they quite wisely decided to stick to 1. And the score goes up by 1 to 7 for 1 in over number 2.
Sukhdev Singh back on strike. This time he's back and cutting, but he's not going to find a gap there, Sukhdev Singh. Richards is doing the cleaning up.
Well, Richards seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, Marlon Richards, captain of this Knight Riders team. So excellent over so far from Patia. Just the 2 singles and a wicket so far. Quicker delivery. And again, Sukhdev Singh is back and looking to cut. Doesn't make proper contact. So at the end of 2, a successful one for Patia. And the Knight Riders score 7 for 1 at the end of 2.
Well, it was the end of a mighty, mighty fine over from Patia. He got the big wicket of the skipper of the police team, and only 2 runs came off the over.
So there's the Duckman. He is making his way around the ground.
I think he's probably looking for Justin Joseph.
So big thanks again to Seenath Auto for a wonderful competition. It's all culminated into this day, the finals. As you mentioned, we're going to have new champions in this tournament. Amit Sankar is going to continue for the Knight Riders. There is a slip in place. Gulja is there. 2 deep fielders. And Gomez again is going to get another easy single. And this is what we've grown accustomed to seeing from this young man. Gomez, he is quite an intelligent young batter. At the moment, he's just trying to get into his work. He's having a couple of sighters, 2 from 2, getting the danger of Sukhdev Singh back on strike.
Absolutely. And it's all about a little period of consolidation for the police team, having lost the early wicket of Joseph. So it would be best advised to pick up the singles and give Sukhdev Singh the strike.
So let's see what this diminutive left-hander has to offer here. His Sankar, this one is again looking to go down the ground. But there's Adams again at mid-off who is doing the fielding. So seeing Sukhdev Singh here going hard early on. He's not really found the gap much apart from that first delivery that he's hit for 4.
Absolutely.
Short and pull away there. His protection back there. So just another single. Doing it in singles at the moment. Police?
I mean, the run scoring seems to be very difficult at the moment for the police team. The bowling has been spot on thus far, and they have been backed up by some excellent fielding. So as you quite rightly would have mentioned, with the exception of the boundary of the first ball.
A bit of shape that time.
Brilliantly stopped. But they can. Are they going to come back for a second? Yes, they would. So it was a wonderful shot by Gomez there, but brilliantly stopped in the covers. And the batsman were able to come back for 2.
Yeah, excellent fielding from Patia at that extra cover position, saving a couple of runs for his team.
Absolutely.
But a bit of shape that time for Sankar, back into the right-hander. This one is cut away again. It's going straight to fielder Rambaran. So another one to the total. And the Knight Riders, they've not given up much here. There's Rambaran.
Absolutely. The bowling has been spot on, and it has been backed up by some very, very sharp fielding. So definitely the early going goes towards the Notorious Knight Riders. And how the police team is going to respond to that, it is left to be seen. He's pulling that. And it's gone for 4. So a lovely shot there from Sukhdev Singh. The second boundary of the innings thus far goes to Sukhdev Singh. He goes up by 4 to 11. And the score goes up to 16 for 1 in over number 3.
Yeah, pulling away forward of that deep backward square fielder, and he picked up his second boundary. Sukhdev Singh, there's some members of the police team. They look up for this one, but the Night Riders, they certainly are pumped for this game. They've come out here, they've lost the toss, they've been asked to bowl first, and they've done an excellent job of restricting the police team in this power play so far.
Well, when you look at the score and you see 16 for 1 after 3 overs, I don't think any fielding team is going to be disappointed with that at all after they were asked to field. So I think the early going here is definitely towards the Night Riders team.
So it's going to be Ricardo Adams, so bowling change here for Night Riders, the left-hand orthodox bowler coming into the attack. And it's a bit of a strange decision as Patia, just 2 runs on a wicket in his previous over, he's been pulled out of the attack.
Well, I'm sure he would want to have a word with his captain about that. So Gomez, the right-hander, is on strike, and the deep fielder frame is a man at wideish long on, and there's a straightish long on.
Good start here from Adams on the money. So the Night Riders would be hoping that he too could come on here and be tight, be economical. Still a lot of batting to come for the police team.
Absolutely.
Gomez is cutting, and again straight to the fielder. Well set fielder.
Absolutely.
Nice ring on the offside.
Cannot seem to pierce that heavily biased offside field at all.
So again, good from Adams. There's a slip in place. Gomez is going down the ground. In the air, coming around is Rambaran.
Did he catch it?
And he's pulled out an absolute blinder from and Shacharan Rambaran at the long on boundary. And Gomez has to go. But look at the effort from Rambaran. He had to cover some ground. In the end, he had to put in the dive. And it seemed to be a one-handed effort. And that is absolutely breathtaking from Rambaran. He's an excellent fielder and just showing on that occasion. So Gomez gone for 5. Police now 16 for 2.
Well, it's definitely a contender for the catch of the season because he had to cover a lot of ground there and still put in the dive. And in the end, he came up trumps. So the police team is in a spot of bother at 16 for 2 in over number 4, having won the toss and electing to bat here. So the Night Riders team, they are definitely on top at the moment.
Yeah, well and truly on top. The Notorious Night Riders lost the toss, asked the bowl, and they've picked up their second wicket. What a catch that was from Rambaran. We want to have another look at it if our director Basso could just get at it. In the meanwhile, Dejon Charles is the new batter.
Well, you got the impression that...
Look at it, Calendar.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, the more you look at it, I mean, it's just brilliant. You got the impression, though, that Gomez was somewhat slightly early into his shot, and he didn't get the power that he wanted to. He probably got the elevation, but didn't get the distance, and it turned out to be a power failure in the end. And the fielder was there to stop up that wonderfully magnificent catch.
Yeah, so
16
success
for 2 in over number 4.
Yeah, early success for Ricardo Adams. So he too has come on and picked up a wicket from that northern end. The Jean Charles, he too is a powerful striker, and this is going to be interesting to see how Charles plays. Matchup is certainly working in his favor. See how he goes. Charles to face his first delivery.
He's just working that out on the onside. The man from the mid-wicket boundary, he comes off the boundary. So he's immediately off the mark. And the score is 17 for 2 in over number 4.
So gets Charles Sukhdev Singh back on track. 2 left-handers at the moment for police. Sukhdev Singh is looking to sweep, just coming off a bit of an under edge. And they're going to come through for a quick single. So there you see Sanjeev Guljar in his orange top, the chain strip. He's actually the leading wicket taker in the tournament. So he's representing with that orange jersey. And Suraj Sipol is also in our orange jersey as well, top. He's the leading run scorer in the competition. So good initiative from Bakshan Company.
Another very good delivery there from the bowler. So Ricardo Adam, the spot on thus far at the end of a very, very good over. In addition to taking a wicket, only 2 runs came off the over.
Yeah, so at the end of 4, it's Police here, tottering a bit at 18
for 2.
Yeah.
Well, this one has to be mindful of, and big players turn up for the finals, and somebody has to put their hand up for the Police team and play an absolute blinder or even a match-winning innings.
And there's more spectators continuing to come in here at the Biche Recreation Ground. It's starting to fill up the entire boundaries edge.
But it looks like the skipper Marlon Richards, he would be coming into the attack. So he has decided to take matters into his own hand.
Yeah, replacing Amit Sankar, who just the 2 overs, 2 miserly overs. Wicketless so far, but Richards to pick up the attack now. And there's Sipol in his change strip, leading run scorer of this Seenath Auto Biche T20.
Well, I'm sure he would want to add to that figure tonight as well.
Yeah, we'd see
So
him
to
a
the
bit.
leading bowler.
Yeah, we'd see him a bit later on. There's Sipol. But
Driving
Richards
at that
immediately.
the wicket is gone, caught behind. Well. The dangerous looking and in form Sukhdev Singh. He goes caught behind. It was a delivery that was pitched up by the skipper Marlon Richards. It was an expansive drive from Sukhdev Singh, the outside edge strong, and a relatively straightforward catch to the wicketkeeper. So the Police team, they are in further trouble now. They are really staring down a double-barrel shotgun that is fully loaded. The score is now 18 for 3 in over number 5.
Yeah, Marlon Richards immediately into the attack and success early on, the thick outside edge. And Sukhdev Singh again looking to go through the offside, and a bit of pressure just telling there on Sukhdev Singh. And he has to go for just 12.
Well, I think one may ask the question whether it was responsible of him to play a shot like that, knowing that they have lost 2 early wickets, and whether he may have been best served to bat through the innings and allow the other batsmen to bat around him. But unfortunately, the T20 is a very fickle format where one cannot afford to waste too many dot balls, and runs are a premium. So I think he found himself in a very tough situation as to whether he should attack or defend.
Yeah, I think that's the way he's gonna play. But I think he just may have, he's gonna rule that dismissal. He had a lot more time than he thought there. Nicholas Sukhdev Singh usually bats deep for the Police team, but that wicket has brought Darius Bisai to the middle in at number 5. Remember, we're still in the power play.
Yeah.
So Notorious Night Riders here really and well and truly on top so far in the early goings.
Absolutely. And statistically speaking, any team that lose 3 wickets or more during the power play, more than 70% of the time they go on to lose the match. So let us hope that the Police turn that around tonight. But the Night Riders team, they have been relentless thus far, and there's definitely blood in the water, and they're going for the kill. So here is Marlon Richards, another short rising delivery there from Marlon Richards. Well left by Darius Bisai. He's allowing him to go by through to the wicket keeper. So good pace, good bounce, and good carry thus far from Marlon Richards.
Yeah, this is a crucial partnership here for Police. Bisai usually takes a couple of deliveries to get in. Oh, this is
beaten outside the line of the off stump. A wonderful delivery. It was a delivery that just held its line. And Bisai was beaten all ends up through to the keeper. So this is lovely bowling here from Marlon Richards.
Yeah, all of it was experience coming to the fore here. Lovely swinging delivery, out swinger. Richards usually is known for his swing early on. Bisai again looking to drive, but can't pierce that heavily packed offside field. Excellent over so far from the skipper. 3-dot deliveries and a wicket.
Well, he has been bang on target. That's why he hasn't given anything away. To the police batsman, he has been right on the money, asking a lot of questions. And the police batsman doesn't seem to have any answers at the moment for Marlon Richards. Another dot delivery from Richards, bang on target once again. So tremendous pressure being placed on the police batsman here.
One legal delivery to come in this over. And again, Biche is getting a swinging delivery, and he's not going to get a run. So a successful over, wicket maiden for Marlon Richards and the Notorious Knight Riders at the end of 5. The police under arrest here at 18 for 3.
And I think we still need to remind people that we are still in the power play. There is still one more over to go in the power play. And the police team thus far has lost 3 wickets, and 3 very big wickets. So I think they may have to call for some reinforcements, because as you quite rightly said, the Notorious Knight Riders, they are arresting the situation at the moment. And the police batsman doesn't seem to have any answers at all for the Notorious Knight Riders bowling.
And it's not getting easier, because
The leading wicket taker it is, coming into the attack.
yeah, there's Sanjeev Guljar. So
Leg break and googly bowler. Another experienced campaigner in the Knight Riders team, having represented Trinidad and Tobago at the highest level for a number of years.
in fact, it's not gonna be Guljar. It's gonna be Patia coming back into the attack. So
And he starts off right on the money once again. So there are no loose deliveries here for the police team here tonight.
every bowler that has been on show so far has been
Spot
excellent.
on. Absolutely.
So again, Charles can't do much with this. Final over of the power play. I think though Charles and company, they're not going to be too perturbed by the situation. Charles is usually a cool head, and once he gets in, it could be carnage. So he need to give himself some time here.
Well, as you're quite right to mention, there are lots of overs still to play. 14 overs after this. So they have to go through this period of consolidation. At the same time, pick up the ones, pick up the twos, and if the bad ball comes, they put it away. But at this stage, they would want to bat deep. One out of these 2 players, or at least both of them, want to bat until probably the 14th or the 15th over.
Definitely. So Biche yet to get off the mark. He's going to face up here to Patia, who's been excellent into his second over.
1 for 3.
Long forward is Biche, and a polite inquiry from Patia, but not out, says umpire Singh.
Well, the umpire wasn't the least bit interested. But again, it was a delivery that was between wicket and wicket.
Yeah. Biche again looking to drive. This one comes off the inner portion of the bat, scoots out into the onside, and he's going to get off the mark with 1 in the dark.
But he was aiming to drive that through the offside. And as you quite rightly mentioned, it ended up on the onside. So it's 20 for 3 with 1 delivery remaining in the power play.
A lot of action, a lot of entertainment here in this final.
He's bowled him! Well, it has gone from bad to progressively worse for the police team, because Dijon Charles was bowled all ends up, attempting an expansive drive. He missed it altogether. He was aiming to the mid-wicket region, and he had his furnitures disturbed in the process, and the police team winning the toss and electing the bat first. Well, they are in all sorts of trouble at 20 for 4 after the power play.
Yeah, comprehensively bowled. Tossed up delivery. There was Charles looking to go big, and he had his leg stump pegged back. So Patia picks up a second here for the Notorious Knight Riders, and they are sinking their teeth into this police batting lineup. 20 for 4 at the end of the power play. This is something that
Well, I don't think that the Night Riders team would have expected this, would have expected a better start. One has to take into consideration that they lost the toss and were asked to field. And to pick up 4 police wickets in the power play for only 20 runs, I don't think that they would have wanted it any better than that. But this police team bats deep, so I don't think the Notorious Night Riders can afford to be complacent.
So the new batter is Brandon Rinsing.
He's a wicket-keeper batsman.
So police had all sorts of problems here in this final. Something that they would not have expected this. You know, winning the toss and choosing to bat first. Marlon Richards, he probably thinking, what a good toss to lose.
Absolutely. I mean, if after losing the toss you can pick up 4 wickets during the power play for only 20 runs, I think he would take that any day of the week and probably twice on Sundays.
So now it is going to be Sanjeev Guljar to pick up the attack here. Leg break bowler, most wickets. And there's the big marking on the front of his shirt. Most wickets, Biche T20 2024. So it's been a good season for him and for the Night Riders. The Night Riders getting past Biche Sports Club in the semi-final to book their spot in this final. Police taking charge of Central Empire in the semi-final. So Bisai to take strike here. Guljar with a slip in place.
Straight to the fielder there. A slight misfield. And Bisai gets a single.
Yeah, these are the deliveries that they want to be capitalizing on, calendar.
That's right.
Run scoring has been at a premium. So these bad deliveries, you want to ensure that you put them away and put some sort of pressure back on your position. Bisai has not done so.
Yeah, he has not done so at all. So that means the pressure is going to continue to remain on the batting side. But that is what a final does to you. I mean, the nerves comes in, and there are so many things that you ought not to have been doing in a final that you were doing, that you weren't doing throughout the entire competition. But when it comes to a final, the nerves.
So Narayan Singh to take his first delivery here, left-hander. Still slip in place, the deep fielders, deep backward square, deep mid-wicket. Long on and long off.
Oh, it's a wide delivery there, and that would, it beats the keeper and down to the boundary for wide signal by the umpire. And I can tell you that the police, it's 5 welcome runs for the police team, because they cannot seem to put bat the ball at the moment. So the score goes up to 26 for 4 in over number 7 after 5 welcome runs for the police. They wouldn't mind how it come at all. So here is Guljar just working that out onto the onside. They run one. Are they going to come back for a second? The return comes in, but it's not a very good throw, and the batsmen were able to complete 2 runs rather comfortably. The score goes up by 2 more to 28 for 4 in over number 7.
Yeah, good clean pickup from Richards, but a poor throw. I think Narayan Singh was safely home.
Well, I think a better throw might have been quite interesting.
So again, another full toss not put away by a police batter. This time he's driving down the ground, and Adams is doing the cleaning up. Just another 1 to the total.
29 for 4 in over number 7. The right-handed Bisai comes into strike. He's on 2. Narayan Singh on 3.
He knows how to get wickets. He is into Bisai. He's getting back and
this time ball spinning away sharply, but Bisai able to get back and punch for a single. So good signs here if you're a slow bowler for the Night Riders team and the police team too. There is some spin in the surface.
Indeed.
Remember, it's a matting surface, so you know there is that tendency for the ball to spin once given the opportunity to do so.
This one he's finding his
Conditions though very favorable for bowling.
Indeed.
It's a nice cool conditions, and it's certainly been excellent stuff so far from all of the Night Riders bowlers on show.
And the ground has been bone dry, so there's definitely some purchase there for the bowlers if they can put it in the right position.
This time back and punching and can't get a single, so another tight over for the Night Riders. At the end of 7, it's Police at 30 for 4.
Finding themselves in some trouble.
So Chris Patia comes in for his third over. 2 overs, none for 4 so far. So Bisai and Brandon are rising, the 2 batters for the Police team. Police losing 4 wickets inside the power play. Lost 4 big wickets, huge wickets.
And he's launching this one is Bisai, but there's a man down on long off, and he gets 131 for the loss of 4 in over number 8. As we say good night to Mr. Raymond Cozier, the chairman. They have the baton to come out of
So it's
the
Ricardo
situation.
Adams
Adams in
who is in for his
That's short.
second over,
Outside the off
and
stump.
this one the balls are just staying considerably
That
low.
delivery. So they
We
will
have
want
another
to
look
least
at
get
it.
over 150 if they can't get to the 200
Look at
mark
it.
and try to
Just
defend
pitching and
that.
scooting past the underedge of Narayan Singh.
Adams in.
Another dot delivery. Pressure squarely on Police
Drive.
shoulders.
And he gets a
Narayan
single,
Singh able to get a single here now.
and the score moves on to 30.
Score is 32 for 4 in over number 8.
8 over number 8. Stiff breeze coming across the ground.
Not the start that the Police team would have wanted, but still a lot of overs to make up.
Cool weather.
You know, these two would certainly have to take it, you know, maybe until the
Very deep,
13th,
very deep.
14th
That's
over.
right.
To Bayside. Pitches this one up, and Bayside then drives back to the bowler. Duck delivery again. Lots of duck deliveries tonight.
So pressure on Bisai here, 4 from 12 deliveries.
Cannot seem to get the ball up the square at the moment, so it's tremendous pressure here.
Again, another delivery, slightly quicker from Adams. And Bisai punching away, but just another single. Can't do much with that one. So at the end of another over, 33 for 4.
Well, the over rate has been very, very good because the Night Riders bowlers, they are getting through their overs very, very quickly indeed. So they are not going to run any risk of being fined by the match referee for their slow over rate.
The rate is really slow. Adams in. Oh, good delivery. Of the wicket there, and
Well, another very good delivery there from Adams. Turn and bounce.
8 over, 33 for 4. 12 overs to go. How much can they score? How much can they defend?
Yeah, a bit of bounce to finish the over for Adams. So 33 for 4 at the end of 8 overs.
So just about all the bowlers have been spot on.
Fans continue to enjoy the entertainment on show here. Remember, it's finals day in the Seenath Auto Biche T20 tournament. Police up against the Notorious Night Riders. Notorious Night Riders lost the toss and they were asked to bowl first. And they have been brilliant with ball in hand. Guljar again, and again another delivery.
And just in case persons are now tuning in, there is no need to adjust their devices. The score is actually 33 for 4 in over number 9.
Again, beside goes aerially, it's going to fall short of Seapole. And so another single. But what I'm not seeing, Calendar, from the police batters, I'm not seeing great intent in wanting to score. There just seems to be conceding that the Notorious Night Riders have been on the money, but I've not seen enough conservative effort to put pressure back on the bowlers.
You're absolutely right. The level of intensity from the batters is not there. Sukhdev Singh did try. Unfortunately, he got an outside edge through to the keeper.
Oh, Narayan Singh looking to go aerial, comes off the edge and past the slip fielder and down to third, and they're able to complete 2. So there's some evidence of attacking intent.
Yes. You were now speaking about that, so apparently he's listening to you. Narayan Singh is listening to you. Although that is not where he intended it, but he wouldn't be complaining either way. Another good delivery. Very good delivery there from Sanjeev Guljar. He was attempting to cut that one. Didn't get the room to do that, and it was well fielded by the man at short third.
Yeah, Jadu and backward point. So Guljar, all his experience, wily campaign, a quicker delivery. And he's gone through Narayan Singh. Brandon Narayan Singh is lucky to still be there.
Well, that must have been the quicker delivery there from Guljar. Beaten all ends up. Yeah. Luckily for him, it wasn't on the stumps. It would have been gone for all money.
Yeah, that was definitely the quicker delivery. Well disguised from Guljar. He's a wily campaigner.
Yes, he is. He's smashing that over mid-wicket and into the, well, it's gone all the way for 6, so it's the first maximum of the night. Wonderful strike from Narayan Singh. It was a delivery that was just a fraction short from Guljar, and Narayan Singh was all over that in a flash. He didn't need a second invitation, and 6 good-looking runs to Narayan Singh. Score goes up by 6 to 42, I think it is. 42 for 4. Still in over number 9. But the police team would need a lot more than that. So finally, some intent being shown by Narayan Singh here, and he would need the assistance of Bisai on the other end. And they would want to bat very, very deep into the innings, almost, well, probably the remaining 20 overs, if they have to give this police score some level of respectability and to give their bowlers something in which to bowl at. But so far it has been all Night Riders at the moment. They have been all over this police batsmen like White and Rice, and after 9 overs, the police winning the toss and deciding to bat first, they are 42 for 4.
So doesn't represent a positive outlook for the police team. Bit of a slight break in play here as that ball that was hit by Narayan Singh just went out of the eyesight, and so it's been retrieved at the moment.
Well, I guess as they say, it was in his arm and he hit it right out of the park.
Yeah. What a wonderful spectacle it is here in Biche. It's a long way if you're coming from where I'm coming from, all the way in the north, all the way to Diego Martin.
Well, that's a pretty long drive for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I am coming from the Laoketa area, which is a pretty long drive as well. But I mean, it is a wonderful picturesque ground here at Biche, one of the best maintained and picturesque grounds in Trinidad and Tobago. Very well maintained by the organizers here. And this is the 8th edition of the competition for those of you who are just joining us. And we have to say kudos not only to the organizers but to the main sponsors as well, Seenath Autos. He has been with this competition from its inception.
Yeah. So Afizal Bash could be the man credited for the outlook of this beach facility, this recreation ground. Afizal Bash. He actually won a Greenleaf Award, environmental award, and so he's maintained and he's gotten this ground very, very picturesque. It's a sort of a cozy ground,
Yes,
it's
it
sort
is.
of in the heart of the community. So Adams to pick up the attack again.
And again, he's right on the money.
Yeah, so besides 6 from 16 here, Calendar, what do you think he needs to do to really get moving on here?
Well, he has to get on with it sooner rather than later because this is over number 10. And he's just working that out onto the onside for an easy single. Brings Narayan Singh the left-hander into strike, or he might be well advised to turn the strike over to Narayan Singh, who seems to have some momentum going at the moment.
And there is a left-right combo, so turning over the strike could mean that the bowler's got to change their line of attack. Yeah, so that
as well as their field setting as well.
Yeah, so that could work in Police's favor. At the moment, it's going to be Narayan Singh, and to this one, he's pushing down to long off. Another easy single. Singles aren't hurting the Knight Riders at the moment; they're on top.
Well, they would be happy if the Police batsmen continued to take singles. That would not hurt them at all.
Yeah. Look at some of the batting to come for the Police team, and I am seeing that there is still Michael Riley, Ishmael Ali could bat also. So still some batting to come.
Yep, still some batting to come. He's working that out, and through the offside they run one, they would come back for a second.
Yeah, good running here between these two. So Bisai finding a nice gap in the onside. And so Rambaran, who took that absolutely breathtaking catch early on to get rid of Gomez. It's been wonderful, the outfielding from the Knight Riders team. Certainly look G'd up for this one. Bisai is getting a quicker delivery, and he's equal to the task, still able to pick up the single. So Riley can bat, Outram as well is very handy with the bat, so still some batting to come, but again, Calendar, these two needs to bat deep. They don't want to expose the low order too early.
Absolutely. So that even though there's a period of consolidation, they still have to find ways in which to put runs on the board.
And all the 4 wickets went down in the power play. Adams, final delivery.
He's driving down to long off for an easy single. So at the halfway stage, the Police team, after winning the toss and deciding to bat, they are 48 for 4.
Yeah, so with that, it's a halfway stage here, and Police winning the toss and batting, 48 for 4. We come back shortly with more action. Welcome back to live coverage here on Cricket 360 on Facebook and Cricket 360 on YouTube, as it's finals day here in the Seenath Auto Biche T20. At the moment, Police winning the toss and batting first, 48 for 4 at the end of 10. Marlon Richards to continue here for the Night Riders. Starts off with a dot delivery. And in the first 10 overs, Calendar, who's alongside me, Mr. Kurt Calendar, member of the Police team, and also a comrade. Your thoughts on the first 10 overs of what you've seen here so far?
Well, thus far, the first 10 overs has definitely gone to the Night Riders team, hands down. The bowling has been spot on. The fielding has backed up the bowling rather brilliantly. They have been captained rather expertly by Marlon Richards thus far. Run scoring has been at a premium. Run scoring very, very difficult to come by at the moment. And 4 of the top Police batters are already back in the pavilion. So the pressure is all on the Police team. And they have quite a lot to do in the second half of this innings here. But Richards, thus far, he would have other ideas.
Yes, Biche going aerially. It's going to land just short of Seapol at long off. And so Biche looking to get a move on here. As you rightly mentioned, Calendar, they've got to get a move on here in this final 10 overs. Still some batting to come. There's Brandon Ramdial, who's not yet come to the crease. There's also Michael Riley and Outram, who is a decent batter as well. 50 comes up for Police with that single. So 50 for 4 in the 11th over. Yes, Narayan Singh launching this one. Dong, straight hit and all the way for 6.
Another glorious shot there from Narayan Singh. It was another delivery that was pitched up by Marlon Richards. And Narayan Singh on this occasion, he didn't need a second invitation. He smashed it back over the bowler's head for 6 glorious looking runs. It's his second 6 of the Police innings thus far, and 2 of them being struck by Narayan Singh.
Wide delivery from Richards. So just overcompensating there, Marlon Richards. Put under some pressure for the first time in the innings so far, Marlon Richards. So Narayan Singh has gone on nicely here, 21 from just 15 deliveries.
Short delivery, excellent delivery.
This time again he's back on the money, Richards, and immediately another dot delivery.
Well, as you quite rightly mentioned, that somebody had to take the attack to the Night Riders, to the Night Riders bowlers. And Narayan Singh seems to be the player to be doing that thus far.
So at the end of 11, Police 57 for 4. Sukhdev Singh, they're dangerous, the most dangerous, prolific batter. He's back in the shed for just 12. So it's up to Biche and Narayan Singh and the batters to come now.
Yep, Ramdial to come, as you mentioned, and Michael Riley. All of those players are no mug with the bat at all, and they would need to come up trump here tonight if the Police team is to set any respectable total to give their bowlers something to defend.
Yep.
So the crowd continues to come in at the Beach Recreation Ground here. So for those of you, if you are now joining us, let me greet you with the news that this is in fact the final between the Police and the Night Riders. The Police won the toss and they elected to bat first, and they were in all sorts of trouble. And thus far they are 58 for 4 in over number 12.
Yeah, Tevon Jadu, meanwhile, new bowler, another left-arm spinner into the attack. So Marlon Richards ringing the changes here. Taking the spinners from that northern end.
Indeed. And just about every one of the bowlers that he has thrown the ball to, they have been right on the money, giving absolutely nothing away thus far.
Here comes Jadu into Narayan Singh.
So it's Narayan Singh, the more aggressive of the two, is cutting away. And again, he can't find a gap. So again, another spinner coming on here, Calendar, and immediately on the money.
The batsman and taking the attack to him. He was able to find the offside on this occasion out of the sweeper, so only a single. So still that level of intensity is not where you would want it to be from the police team.
Like I just sense Biche here, he's getting antsy, wants to get a boundary, really wants to kick-start his innings here. Biche, 12 from 21.
Well, something has to give.
Yeah, I'm sensing something coming here.
Sooner rather than later, something has to give. You cannot allow the bowlers to continue to dictate terms to him in a T20 format, especially in a final such as this.
Worked away from Biche, again another single.
He has to find some way to improve his strike rate at the moment. 12 from 22 simply isn't good enough in this format of the game in a final such as this.
More fans continue to trickle in here to this Beach Recreation ground. Here's Narayan Singh launching this one down the ground, and it's going to bounce away for 4. So again, Narayan Singh using the long handle and picks up another boundary.
Indeed. So I suppose that is the way the police team may have to go. Seeing that Biche cannot seem to get the ball off the square, he may be best advised to take a single and turn the strike over to Narayan Singh to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, got a batting partnerships. So 12 overs completed here. 64 for 4. There's Narayan Singh launching this one straight. And one bounce and away for 4. So he certainly come out here with the intent, the right intent. 26 from 20. Biche now just got to do his part on the other end.
Absolutely. He has so far struck 2 massive sixes and two boundaries. And he would want to bat to the very end. But I don't think that the United Riders team would want to dismiss Biche anytime soon, because it would mean Scraper, the big hitter, Ramdial, would be coming in. And if Biche isn't scoring, well, just allow him to waste up dot deliveries.
Marlon Richards to continue here into his 3rd over.
He's 1 for 9 after 2.
Yeah, 1 for 9. Deep fielders. There's a deep point. Long off, long on, deep mid wicket. Wide delivery there from Richards.
65 for 4. And over number 13.
Bit of a partnership here between these two. Another slow delivery. Besides, just able to push it out into the offside. And
well, it was a well-disguised slower delivery from Marlon Richards. Besides, was into his shot way too early. 14-8 enough for him. There wasn't any close-in fielder that was able to take the catch. So he was able to take a single and fight another day. But more importantly, he has handed the strike back to Narayan Singh. Let's see what he's going to do.
This one he's launching down to mid long on. And again, he's picking up a single. So this is the intent here from Brandon
Narayan Singh. Yes, from Narayan Singh. He goes up to 27 without loss after 21 deliveries. Beaten by an absolute beauty. What a delivery there from Marlon Richards. Well, the wicket keeper went up for the catch, but Biche was out of his crease, and I think he missed an opportunity there to run him out as well.
Yeah, beating in Biche on the inside there was Richards. Again, another slow delivery that umpire Simon Aaron was just thinking, but he's given the favor. He's given it in favor of the bowler.
Well, it was a delivery that kept slightly low.
And not given a wide, so he may have brushed something. Brushed the tie part of Biche on the way through to wicketkeeper Ramden. As we look at that picture of the delivery. There's Richards again. Shorter delivery, just turned away.
68 for 4.
So again, besides finding it very, very difficult to put bat to ball and to rotate the strike.
It's the end of the 32 over.
And ironically, he stole the strike of the last ball of the over.
How often we see that? So 68 for 4 at the end of 13.
At least get one. Slow delivery.
So Jadu to come back into the attack. His second over. 68 for 4. Again, beside can't do much. This one is wide, a short down the leg side and helped along by Bisai for his first maximum. They almost took out Duckman in the process.
Well, the Duckman had to duck out of the way. So it's 6 welcome runs for Bisai, who was tied down and bucked down for a considerable amount of time. So let us see if that 6 gets his innings going.
Yeah, and that's actually the 50 partnership between these two. And there's the Duckman. He is well and truly lubricated at this point. Perched on the fence.
Well, at least he's not ducking from his responsibilities at all.
Definitely not. There's Bisai helping this one along. And that should give him some confidence, Darius. Bisai should give him a lift in his innings. He's been struggling for the most part.
Definitely, he cannot seem to get the ball away at all. So now that he has gotten his first maximum, let's see where he goes from here. It was 6 runs that the police team desperately needed, taking their total to 74 for 4 in over number 14.
So the projected score at this point is just 111. I don't think the police, I don't think they're going to be happy with anything in that region. They'd want to get from here, I would think, somewhere in the region of 160 and above.
Absolutely. Anything under 150, I think the Knight Riders team would fancy their chances of getting that. But you know, this old game they call cricket, runs on the board is runs already made.
Yeah, so let's hope that this could spring Bisai into life, as Jadu wants a slight field change. He's now asking Richards to come a lot squarer. So there's a deep mid wicket, long on, long off. There's also a man at a wideish long on. This one is in the air and it's going to fall short of Rambaran, who's extremely quick. And if he couldn't get to that, then no one could.
Well, Bisai was trying to clear the man there. Fortunate enough for him, he didn't connect it well enough, and it fell well short of the man at long off. Running in, he made a valiant attempt, but simply couldn't get there in the end. So we are seeing some intent from Bisai finally having struck that 6 yard. Who said his stocks and his confidence might have risen, and he's looking to take on the bowling.
Quicker delivery from Jadu, but good running again from these two. 8 runs in the over so far, 2 legal deliveries to come. Let's see what Bisai
can do.
Yeah.
This jump, a lot of teams already, they like to pass the 100 mark. Lots of breeze tonight in this ground. Cool breeze. Bisai is getting back. Yes.
Good delivery.
Backward of point. No done delivery.
Not a bad comeback here from Jadu. 15 conceded so far, 1 delivery to go.
Jadu Bisai playing it on the outside for a quick run. You wouldn't have a shy there, Jadu may have had a chance, but...
Well, having been struck for 6 the second delivery, it's a pretty good comeback from the bowler.
Yeah, so 14 done, it's 77 for 4. So Ahmed Sanka back into the attack, 2 overs up front. Oh, and immediately goes past the edge of Bisai. Good delivery there from a young man.
Love the delivery to start the over. Had B-side beaten all ends up. Luckily for him, he didn't take the outside edge.
This one is on the hip of Bisai, who's just swiveling and getting some bat on it. Goes fine and goes away for another boundary here.
It's somewhat of a loose delivery there for Sanka, string on the pads of Bisai, and he was able to capitalize on that and get 4 welcome runs to his name. So he goes up to 27 from 35, and the score moves on to 81 for 4 in over number 15.
Yeah, just taking that strike rate up slightly, Darius. Bisai has 6 previously, now a boundary. Let's see what he has here now. Short again, and Bisai is not going to make any connection. Oh,
well, no ball signal by the umpire, so a free hit coming up.
Oh.
Well, this could play right into the hands of Bisai.
May have just been a no ball signal for height, maybe.
So can Bisai capitalize on this free hit?
Well, free hit coming up here. Beats the outside edge of Bisai, was just giving himself some room, and maybe have just given himself too much room.
Too much room. I think he would be very disappointed with that. Not a very good delivery.
Yeah, not bad from Sanka. It's not pitched up, it's just back of a length, just hanging it there in that corridor, and he's able to get some assistance from the conditions.
Oh, an easy catch.
Straight down the throat of Seapol, and so Bisai, miserable stay, has to come to an end. He goes for 27. Police now 82 for 5.
We got the impression once again that it was a slower delivery from the bowler, and Bisai was way too early into the shot, almost as if it stuck in the wicket, and he was able to hit it straight down the man's throat.
Again, another fielder strategically placed, well placed at a wideish long off. And Bisai did not get the elevation, didn't get the proper connection as well, and he trudges off disappointed. But Police now 82 for 5, half their side back in the hut. Let's see who is the new batter.
With less than 100 runs on the board in over number 15.
Well, it looks to be that man. Ramdial, yep.
Well, they would need him to do some heavy lifting, and some heavy lifting very early. They want him to bat right to the end.
Yeah, definitely. He is a dangerous
But he is an opening batsman for the Police team, but he has been given this role to come in and bat in the middle, to be that enforcer, to set up the innings for the batsmen to come. But on this occasion, he would have to be the enforcer and the finisher tonight, because they already lost 5 wickets with very little runs on the board.
Yeah, well said there, Calendar. So success for Ahmed Sanka, who's been brilliant in his first 2 overs, now 1 for 19. Has now Ramdial in his sights.
And big hit in. Ramdial comes into the wicket. So let's see what the plan
Spectators here really enjoying lovely cricket.
Yes, indeed.
Finals day here in Biche. So Ramdial about to take his first delivery. Wideish long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep backward square. Not going to get one there, Ramdial. So end of a brilliant over from Sanka.
Indeed.
Just the 4 under wicket coming from it at the end of 15. It's 82 for 5.
So, this is the power play over. And we keep building up. Wonderful environment here tonight. Cricket fans, cricket, can't ask anything better here tonight at the Biche referee.
So 5 overs to come, final 5, 30 deliveries to come. Where can the police get in this time? At the moment, the projected score is 109. Calendar, I can tell you that the police are not going to be happy with that. They will want a lot more than that.
Indeed, indeed. They would need at least 50 runs minimum from the last 5 overs. Where exactly the runs are going to come from, well, we just have to wait and see.
Patia, 2 overs, 2 for 4. Here's Narayan Singh sweeping away, but there is protection there. So another single to Narayan Singh. Gets the big hit in Ramdial on strike. Let's see how he plays this situation. Well, I can tell you there's only really one way to go from here. He needs to get something on the board.
Doesn't have time for any sighters. Yeah. He has to come out swinging from the hips.
Remember, you could view all this live action on Cricket 360 on Facebook, Cricket 360 on YouTube as well. Biche T20, the Seenath Auto Biche T20 finals, 8th edition of this tournament. Tournament well put on. The organizers, hats off to them for a success story here.
Absolutely. Wonderfully run tournament thus far.
Short delivery, pull away. This has gone a long way from Ramdial. So he gets off the mark with a maximum, typical of the man.
Well, we did call it that he does not need any sighters at all. He is known as a big hitter, as the enforcer of this police team, as well as the finisher. And his very first ball that he has struck, he didn't need a second invitation. It was a slightly short delivery, and he rocked back and pulled it over the mid-wicket region for a huge hit. I think it ended up on the courts.
Yeah, you're right about that. So good start to the innings for Ramdial. He's looking to cut, but a quicker delivery from Patia. Good comeback here.
Good adjustment of his line and length.
Yeah.
Pushing him slightly wider outside the off stump.
Again,
Turn and bounce.
Yeah, bit of bounce that time. Again, slower this time, slower, and able to extract some bounce.
Lots of purchase of the wicket is slower the ball.
Yeah. So the deep fielders, deep mid wicket, wide, long on, and long off again, goes past the edge. So what a comeback this is here from Ramdial. He certainly tightened up his line. He's gone outside the off stump.
And he's asking him to fetch it from outside of the line of the off stump through the onside, which is flirting with danger.
Here he comes. Big shot again, top delivery, and that man Dennis Ramlin collected.
End of a brilliant over from Patia, coming back nicely after being struck for 6, the second delivery of the over. Just 7 conceded, so at the end of 16, 89 for 5.
As I introduce my Grenadian partner here, Peter Woodruff, you can still hear the Grenadian accent in his voice.
So Ahmed Sankar with his final over here of this innings. 89 for 5. 4 overs to go here. Calendar could expect some fireworks.
Well, Narayan Singh is well set on 29. She goes up by 1 to 30. Biche in Ramdale comes in to strike. Let's see what he's going to do. So thus far the Knight Riders bowlers, they have not taken their foot off the accelerator. They still have their throats pretty much on the police team and not allowing them any breathing room at all.
Yeah, they certainly arrested the scoring here. The Notorious Knight Riders, they are well and truly
on top.
Yeah. Ramdale is getting a short delivery. He's pulling this one through mid wicket. And again, a good piece of work out there from Ramba. And again, singles aren't hurting the Knight Riders at the moment. What they're doing, they're trying to protect the boundaries. They're trying to get the fielders in the right position.
And so far they have been very, very successful in doing that. The fielding has been spot on, backing up some brilliant bowling.
Clearing that front leg is Narayan Singh. But again, straight to a deep extra cover fielder. A good bowling again from Sanka. You can see him just trying to take both batters wide. He's
wide of the off stump.
Yeah, he's not looking to be too straight, neither predictable.
Because you know he has protection deep on the boundary on the offside. And he's going to be risky to pull it from outside the off stump through the onside.
Again, he's wide and again bowling to his field. Another single. Excellent from this young man here. He's really coming up trumps for his team into his final over, 1 for 23 with 2 deliveries to come.
Yes. Brilliant bowling spell thus far. It has been excellent bowling.
Spare thought for Narayan Singh is 31 from 25. He's looking to be positive, aggressive, but he's just not able to do so sustainably. Swan is again
straight to the fielder.
Yeah.
So excellent captaincy, excellent field placing, and excellent bowling thus far. The bowling has been pretty much spot on. All the bowlers has been bowling to their field, and the fielders have come up trumps almost on every occasion.
Tugged away through the onside. Yeah. So 6 singles coming from the over at the end of 17, 95 for 5.
And the score is 95. So just 5 shy of 100, but with only 3 overs left. What total can the police muster to try and defend? This is a final. Anything could happen. If you can score 130, 140, you have a chance. And man is striking it up again. So support for police.
Yeah, in the police innings, 18 deliveries. Adams to come back into the attack for his final over. 3 of us, 1 for 11. He's pretty expensive in the semi-finals calendar. I think he went for 50 odd.
50 odd?
Yep, in his. I didn't think he completed his spell. He was very, very expensive, but he's been.
But this has been a brilliant comeback thus far.
Ramdale screaming this one through the offside.
Straight to the fielder.
And straight to the fielder.
Again, a brilliant fielding position. Giving up only a single, which I don't think they would mind at this stage of the innings.
What I think, though, is working in, at the moment, the captain of the Knight Riders team's favor is that I think he knows these players. He knows their strong zones, and he's placing fielders where he thinks they are most likely to hit the ball. And he's asking the fielders, the bowlers, to do a certain job, and they've done that. Pull away. He's not going to get all of this, Narayan Singh, but he's going to get a boundary. So into the gap and picks up a welcome boundary here for police, bringing up the 100. 100 for 5.
Well, the 100 coming up in over number 18. And I don't think, even though he just struck a boundary, that the Knight Riders team would be too disappointed with the fact that the 100 came up in the 18th over. So it's exactly 100 for 5 in over number 18. Narayan Singh, he's on 36. And he will want to continue straight to the end.
And he's going again.
Again trying to
The same direction.
go aerial.
He gets one.
Straight to the fielder. So another one.
1-1 for the loss of 5. So
Just not able to follow up the boundary with another
bowling tonight.
big hit.
So the bowler once again immediately making that adjustment
This is the final over.
and limiting the batsman to a single.
He comes into the right-handed ground here now. And this one is just, oh, good. Back on the
This time he's demolished the stumps on the striker's end, and more importantly, it's another dot delivery.
It's another dot delivery. I think the police would have to do some investigation to find out who put those stumps there. Because they probably saved 4 runs.
Chance of a run. And I think the cameras are going to be replaced.
At the moment, the Knight Riders are arresting the police scoring here. Not often we see that.
Indeed. Well, and I don't think bail is in sight anytime soon. So I think they may have to spend the night in the cell.
Well, I think
Or unless some batsman, someone can come in the next 16 deliveries and free themselves from this situation.
Oh, excellent feeling from Jadu. Just on the bounce there to Jadu, it flew to him. And in one motion, he was able to pick up and throw.
Brilliant fielding. For a moment I thought he took it cleanly.
Good piece of fielding by Jadu. 2 dot deliveries in this over. As Adam stops in again. Short, and Ramdale just guided it for a single.
Another one to the total.
Another very good delivery there from Adams. At the end of over number 18, it's 103 for 5. So 12 legal deliveries remaining. How much can the police get in these remaining 12 deliveries? Well, only time would tell, but they would want to maximize those 12 deliveries as best as they can. But so far it has been one-way traffic. It has been all Knight Riders thus far.
The score 102 for 5. Police taking first strike.
Marlon Richards, the captain, to bowl his 4th and final over. 3 overs, 1 for 13. Remember, he had a wicket maiden in there as well.
In a T20 match, I think it was in the power play as well.
Mary Boys comes back on the attack for the penultimate over here.
More fans are streaming in here to this beach recreation ground. I think they fill up all the gaps that you could find around the ground.
Yeah, just about all the vantage points has been taken at the moment. The information coming to hand is they may have to close the gate very soon.
Oh, that's a huge hit from Ramdale. Well, that's gone a long way.
It's probably on its way to Sangway Granby, I think, by now. That is a huge hit from Ramdale.
Yeah, he got that one in his arm. And boy, did he get connection on that one. That one went a long way.
Well, it was in his arm. Well, it was in the V, and he smashed it into the tree.
Yeah, look at that. Firm base. Head still, eyes on the ball. And swatted that one away. Got the proper connection on that one.
I think
that's
it probably deserves 12. I mean, 6 is insufficient.
new ball, please.
A new ball, yes, definitely. Well, that isn't coming back anytime soon. It's probably in somebody yard somewhere as a souvenir.
Very good all-round team. Very good game indeed.
So Ramdale here, 17 from 13, 109 for 5, 11 deliveries to come in this innings. Can Ramdale strike a few more lusty blows here? What can the police get up to?
It is desperately needed at the moment. They need a lot more of those. Unfortunately for him, he only has 11 deliveries to play with.
Yeah, wideish long off, long on. Wideish long on again and a deep mid wicket. 4 deep fielders, 4. This one in the air. It's going down to hand. And it's falling short of the third man fielder.
He was running in full speed. That was a chance.
Well, it was in the air for a very, very long time. And the man at third man, I think he probably picked it up late because he took off very, very late. Had he taken off a lot earlier, who knows? It might have very well been a catch.
Yeah. Just to that side of the ground, there's a bit of a dark spot. So you're running from darkness into light. I'm not sure if, sometimes the trajectory of the ball may just show off the fielders. I'm not making any excuses.
Well, I think you make a very valid point here.
Slow delivery.
Slow delivery, and it's going to be given a wide. It's going to have to reload that one. Richards.
So it's on, the score is on to Nelson, 1-1-1 for 5.
Use that wide line. Experience here. Very experienced campaigner. He'll be going to Narayan Singh again. 110 the score. Full delivery.
Full toss and hit away for 4 into the gap from Narayan Singh, and he picks up another boundary, so he's rolling.
I think he's into the
1-1-4 for
40s.
5 now.
I think he's into the 40s now. 42 from 30. 114 for 5. But one can get the impression as to what Marlon Richards is trying to do. He's trying to take the batsman as wide as he possibly can outside of the line of the off stump, within the guidelines, asking them to hit through the offside because he has protection on that side. But he just overcooked that last delivery somewhat, and
again screamed away.
And that's 4 more.
Yeah, 4 more to Narayan Singh, this time squarer. But the result is same. A boundary again to Narayan Singh, so he goes up to 46. 118 for 5.
118 for 5. How much these valuable runs, how much of a difference these valuable runs is going to make, I guess only time will tell, because runs on the board is runs already made, so you never know.
Yeah, definitely. It's a final, the pressure of a final.
That's right, and there's still scoreboard pressure.
Yeah. So Richards again. He comes up with a slower delivery, beating Narayan Singh all ends up.
But he played a year and a day too early over that one.
All of the experience there again from Richards.
Absolutely. He was way too early into that shot.
Final delivery of the penultimate over coming up. Narayan Singh eyeing a half century here, 46 from 32. Yorker length delivery, not much Narayan Singh could do with that one. And strange from Ramdial. He's turned down that single. Narayan Singh seems to be striking the ball. That's a very
a lot more cleanly than Ramdial. So we would have to wait and see whether that was a wise decision to turn down a single, because Sukhdev Singh was striking it very cleanly, and he did have some momentum going into the final over. So we would have to wait and see what was the thinking behind that and how wise of a decision it was.
Yeah, time will tell. Strange decision from Ramdial there. Well, he wants to take responsibility here.
But let us hope he can make amends.
Yeah. So the final over to be bowled by Chris Patia. 3 overs, 2 for 11. He starts with the responsibility now to deliver this final over. Ramdial turning on strike. A single of the final delivery of the previous over is on strike now for the start of this over. Let's see what he could do.
Indeed. He's an 18 from 14.
What kind of damage he could do to the Night Riders here?
So 118 for 5. With deep fielders. Deep mid wicket. Wide long on, long off. Short delivery and pulled away. A huge hit from Ramdial to start the over.
Well, he has certainly made amends with the first delivery of the final over, smashing the bowler out of the ground over mid wicket for 6.
Well, if you chuck your mind back not too far away, he was able to hit Patia for a 6, and then Patia answered with 4 dot deliveries.
Correct, yeah, you are correct. But I don't think he would want that to happen with only 5 deliveries remaining in this innings. He would have to go hell for leather.
And you could see him making the adjustment. Patia was again outside the off stump, but Ramdial compensated by making a step to the offside just to access that entire onside region, just backward of square, and he was able to get the elevation and the connection.
And he did it quite successfully. So where does Patia go from here? We would have to wait and see. Because Ramdial has already figured out what he's trying to do, and he was able to counter that quite brilliantly up the first ball of the over.
So the field remains the same. Again, he's through the offside. Oh, and some good work. Good work from Rambaran. Able to keep it down to 2. Again, good work in the outfield.
Brilliant fielding once again. Saving 2 runs there for his team. So the fielding has been really top of the line, top notch for the entire night thus far.
26 from 16 here, Ramdial. And he's outside the off stump, and this time he can't get the elevation, but he's getting the power and getting it for 4 straight enough, bisecting long off and long on, and another boundary in the over.
So he goes up to 30 from 17, and it's 130 for 5 with 3 deliveries remaining. So he was able to bisect the long on and the long off almost with surgical precision.
And again, you could see him making that step outside the off stump
to give himself that room to smash it back past the bowler to bisect the 2 fielders posted on the boundary.
Yeah, he's just making that movement while clearing that front leg. Look at it.
So he has a very strong base in which he can go either offside or onside.
Patia answers with a dot delivery.
It's a big comeback there from Patia after being hit for 6, 2 and 4. Dot deliveries are like gold dust in the desert in this format.
130 for 5, 2 legal deliveries to come. At least they would want 2 maximums here.
Indeed.
Can Ramdial provide them with that? Oh, and he's getting a lot of that. He's getting that one away for 6. Down to long on. And away for another maximum in the over.
Well, it has to be said. We have to give Ramdial credit because he did refuse what was easily a very easy single of the last ball of the penultimate over. And he walked down to Narayan Singh and he said, look, I have you covered. Leave this to me. I would take things from here. And he has done brilliantly well thus far, hitting 6, 2, 4, dot and 6 with 1 delivery remaining. So it was a brilliant strategy from Ramdial thus far. He has definitely made amends.
Yeah, 18 from the over so far, 1 legal delivery to come. They've gotten 1 from that delivery, 1 to come. They want another hit.
Yes, indeed.
Final delivery of the innings. Ramdial on strike. Anticlimactic
There's
there.
a bit of a cat and mouse game there between the bowler and the batsman.
Good from Patia, good gamesmanship there.
He has dented the figures of Patia in this final over here.
So here it is.
And well, Ramdial is saying, well, anything that you can do, I can do as well.
He's well within his parameters.
Yes, indeed.
Excellent gamesmanship on show here.
Absolutely. I think we have to question the police tactics here in allowing Ramdial to come so late in the innings. But hindsight is the greatest teacher.
Yeah.
And here comes Patia now. Last delivery. Quick delivery.
And so Ramdial finishes off things here with a huge hit, another maximum in the over. 24 coming from it. And in the end, Police have got up to 142 for 5 at the end of their 20 overs. Ramdial with 42 from 20 deliveries.
Well, at the halfway stage, it was 48 for 4. So what that would mean is the last 10 overs went for almost 100 runs for the loss of only 1 wicket. That represents an excellent comeback.
Yeah. So Ramdial, they again making that movement outside the off stump and accessing mid-wicket region, and so he finishes off the over with 2 maximum, 24 from the over, 1 for 2 for 5 is what the police have got up to. But again, as we mentioned, Calendar runs on the board.
Runs already made.
Yeah.
Runs already made. And I think the momentum is now with the police team going into the break, because as I would have mentioned at the halfway stage, they were 48 for 4.
Yeah.
And the last half of the innings, they lost 1 wicket for the addition of, I think it's 90, 92, 96 runs, somewhere around there. So that represents an excellent comeback by the police team. Whether it is sufficient, only time will tell. But 142 for 5 is definitely something for their bowlers to bowl at. We would have seen here that there is purchase in the wicket. There is something good for the slower bowlers and the quicker bowlers. So 142 may not be a straightforward chase for the Knight Riders team, and we could actually add about 15 to 20 runs to that based on how the wicket is playing thus far.
Yeah, so there you have it. The Knight Riders are going to have to get 143 for victory in this final. We're going to have that exciting run chase on the other side as we join you back with live coverage here in just about 15 minutes time. So welcome back to the run chase here in this Seenath Auto Biche T20 final. Police winning the toss and choosing to bat first early on. They have posted 142 for 5 from their 20 overs. And so that would mean that the Notorious Night Riders need 143 for victory. And they're going to be opening with Suraj Sipol, the leading run scorer in this tournament, and his non-striking partner is going to be Chris Patia. So runs on the board is runs on the board. Police, they're going to have to try to defend this.
As the umpires look around, they get things ready and they wave, and that's it, the light is on. And we have goal, the second innings.
So, bowling for Police, it's going to be Justin Gangu, the left arm spinner. He's going to be picking up the attack with the new ball.
As the opening bowler from the other end is Gangu for Police.
So Karim Mohammed in your company, and alongside me is that first delivery. Just coming off the pad, the Gangu was asking the umpire, but not out was the call. So alongside me is Kurt Calendar as we rejoin you here for the run chase.
Yes, so everything to play for.
Police defending 1-4-2.
So Gangu again, and it's short delivery, and the Sipol is just swiveling on that one and flicking it really, and that went a long way. Excellent start here to the innings from Sipol.
Well, indeed, he didn't need much of a sighter at all there, Sipol. It was a delivery that was just a fraction short from Gangu, and he was onto that in a flash, swiveling and pulling it comfortably over the mid-wicket region for 6.
Yeah, it wasn't that short, but Sipol with quick hands, just able to come down on that one. Got good connection. So there is a reason why he's wearing that orange jersey, which
Yes,
signifies the leading run scorer.
And he continues to add to that. He's off the mark with a wonderful pull shot for 6.
So what can Gangu respond with here? From around the wicket? Sipol looking to go again, but again a bit slower from Gangu.
Well, it must have been agonizingly close to the off stump as well. So a good comeback.
After this one, Sipol is just getting inside the line and turning it away, getting an easy single. So the Night Riders off and running in this run chase, 7 without loss.
Chasing 143 for victory. The Police team having batted first, made 142 for 5. So 136 runs to get off 116 deliveries. So Chris Patia, he comes into strike to face his first delivery.
Patia was destructive in the semi-final against Biche. Scored 64 and took 2 wickets, was man of the match in that game.
Well, he would want to continue with that rich vein of form tonight.
This one, he's looking for one, he's sent back. And in the end, a horrible mix-up from Police in the outfield. Patia was struggling halfway down.
Well, for a moment it appeared as though he had gone past the point of no return. A better return from the field that would have had him going for all money. But it was a really weak, lazy return from the fielder into the offside. And Patia lives to fight another day. How much is he going to make the Police team pay? Well, I guess we will have to wait and see.
So a good end to the over from Gangu. At the end of the first one here, in the response, it's Night Riders 7 without loss.
So far, the highest team score, Notorious Night Riders 260 for 5. And the lowest team total, Eagles scored 97. We also have 2 centuries.
Speaking about the Biche and the community of Biche, well, they still have something to play for. They're going to be contesting the Southeast Zone T20 finals on Friday. They're going to be coming up against President Associates. Final taking place at Sancho Road.
Well, they would want to finish the season on a winning note.
So it's going to be Michael Riley from the southern end with the new ball. Seapole on strike, all 7 runs to his name. The deep fielders. There is a deep point. There's a deep point. And a man on the cow corner boundary.
Pretty interesting field, it has to be said, for Seapole. He has been having a pretty decent season so far, Mr. Riley. He bowled the last over, defending 16 runs against Queen's Park to win the Premiership 2 T20 Festival at the Queen's Park Oval.
Yeah, fierce competitor Michael Riley. He's not one to roll over and lie down.
Not at all. And he is someone that rises to the big occasion. So they would need him to do that here tonight as well.
So Riley to Seapole. Immediately, Seapole is driving out to that deep fielder.
It's an easy single.
So police in search of early wickets here. Of course, wickets, the only way they could win this game. They got to bowl out the Night Riders.
Absolutely.
Sure,
That's a top edge. It's running down towards the boundary and it's going for 4.
Signal by umpire Simon, and the score will go up to 12 without loss.
Well, it's interesting that he opted for the short delivery, taking into consideration who his 2 deep fielders are, and there is no protection down on the fine leg boundary, and that is exactly where the ball went for 4.
Yeah, so short delivery there from Riley. He's got to get it right here. He's got to get his lengths right. This time a slow delivery. Beating Patty all ends up.
But it was a wonderful change of pace there by Riley, following up the bouncer with a short one, with a slower delivery that had the batsman beaten all ends up, and it had the gut up actually.
Yeah.
So the wicket is somewhat two-paced here tonight.
Riley comes in again to Patia.
This one is pulled away, but there is protection there. One more. So one of the deep fielders coming into play there. 2 deep fielders, long on and deep point. So one on the offside, one on the leg side. This one is pulled away or flat batted. Oh, emphatic there from Seapole, and another maximum.
Well, a rather convincing stroke there from Seapole. He's not messing around here tonight. This is the second maximum, and his score goes up to 14, and the score goes up to 19 without loss in over number 2, chasing 143 for victory.
Again, the quick hands from Seapole, just jabbing down on that one.
Almost like a short arm jab.
Yeah, it's like a forearm in tennis.
Yep.
Shot of authority.
Picked it up so early.
Yeah. Riley and the police here, they've got to tighten things up. They've got to get a wicket here. They've got to break this partnership.
Very, very soon.
So 19 without loss.
With one delivery to go in over number 2.
So the field remains the same.
Also will be lower. So it seems that he's in the lead at the moment.
So Seapole 14 from 6.
Oh, and this one is going to go.
Carved away.
Right. And saving what could have been a
Good bit of work in the outfield.
Brilliantly stopped
and good man.
by the fielder there. He certainly saved 3 runs.
And the score is exactly 20 for the loss of the wickets. So as we know, the Notorious Night Riders, they have some no-nonsense batsmen. As you can see, the man who's leading the
20
charge,
without loss after 2 overs.
orange jersey on. Just
Rambaran padded up to come in next.
leading run getter. But there is no
But
stop to the
the
batsman.
current run rate is already 10 after 2 overs. And the required run rate is under 7.
To have a chance. So remember, Notorious Night Riders were the runners up last year and they want to go one better this year. Have been lost out the beach sports. So they are looking at that
Coming into the
trophy, they
attack.
want it. And
Now
they are
it looks to be
really
the
going
captain,
after it.
Justin
They are
Joseph.
the ball, restricting police to 142. And they are looking to get
So
on
pulling
the back.
Gango out. Just the one over for him. Replaced now by the skipper.
Ball on strike.
Again from that northern end.
This is the third
Deep
over
fielders.
about to begin.
Wide, long on. And long off seems to be.
No, 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 no.
Starts with a
Justin
wide.
Joseph into the attack, starts with a wide. Ball goes on to 1 to 21 without loss.
So at this similar stage, police was 7 for 1.
As here comes Joseph. Short delivery, see ball gets off, gets
Again pulling this one away.
Ramdial is on the
There's a
boundary.
fielder there.
Just 1 to the
So
total.
1 more.
22
Again, good
without
field
loss.
placing.
Remember, there's a huge after party.
But there's acres of space on the onside here.
DJs,
And I'm not sure that is the line that
ladies, lots
the
of
skipper would
things
want to
happening
bowl.
here. And lots of security as well. So just stay tuned. We have a blockbuster night here tonight. Here comes Joseph short again, but they are looking
Quicker
at
and getting some
Frampton for room.
spin off the surface.
Top delivery, and they'll-
Good
they'll
delivery
inform
from
that if they have to
Joseph, a
raise
wily
some
character, Justin Joseph.
skipper
But it's almost as if that delivery stopped
take
on
the
him.
lead to do. Justin Joseph, captain of the police team. Short delivery, but they are looking to cut.
Had he left that, it certainly would have been a wide delivery.
Indeed, absolutely.
So he seems to be bowling a very good line here to Patia. Patia known for his hitting in the ball.
But I guess the tactics is somewhat similar, pushing him wide outside the line on the off stump, asking him to hit it through the onside.
Here comes Joseph. Short delivery. Cut again, so he looks like he's bowling on that
Cutting
wide
away
line
again and
Patia
can't find the
shoot
gap.
outside the off stump.
Seapole wanted a
Bowling
single,
into the-
but I think that was never on.
Three dot delivery, so he's building that pressure.
But it doesn't
Remember,
appear
this is the ball
that the
where
two
you
batsmen are on
want
the same wavelength because running seems to be somewhat of a problem between the wickets here.
Yeah.
Here comes Joseph again. Short delivery. Cut away.
Oh, this one is just past the slip fielder. Was it intentional? But the result, a boundary.
Well, it was the latest of late cuts, and he was able to evade the wicketkeeper and the first slip fielder and down to the unprotected third man boundary for 4. So very good shot by Patrick.
So some adjustment, the slip field man, so they will say goes back.
So getting the edge there, but not going to hand.
Short. Hit away as he falls again. No, well
This one again cutting away, but can't find the gap. So a dot to finish the over at the end of 3, 26 without loss.
End of 3 overs. Night Riders in reply to 142 are 26 without loss. So as you can see, the rhythm section has gone quiet. Are they still here? We are looking for them. We have a DJ on hand, and remember there's a huge after party. So remember, these two teams have never won the competition, so we have a new champion this year. Remember
So
the
Riley
two-time reigning champions were
is
knocked
gonna
out
bowl
in the
his
semis.
second.
That's Biche. These two teams have never won the competition.
Well, the police team need wickets and they need them very, very quickly because the both batsmen thus far seem to be in a no-nonsense mood. And they would want to get this game over with very, very quickly and dusted.
One back to the drawing board.
Police, they would
They're
want
here
to,
again.
they would want to get 1, and they would know that 1 could bring 2, 2 could bring 3.
That's right.
You've got to believe here, Police, they've won a lot of finals. Well, the ones that they've been in, they've won most of them.
That's right. So they know what it's like turning up in a final, playing in a final, and coming up trumps when they are required.
Here comes Ryan. In this report.
Wide delivery. Bad start there from Riley to the over. So 27 without loss.
Well, again, they are trying to push him wide for him to hit it through the offside.
I think the tap.
Beat outside already of some days, and the peel back catch on the wicket is gone. Caught behind.
Well, we did call it that Riley usually comes up trump and make things happen in a final, and he has done so once again. And we also said that for the Police to win this match or to even get themselves back into this match, they need early wickets, and they have got the big snapper, which is the leading run scorer in the competition so far. So C. Paul, he goes back to the pavilion after making 16 from 8 deliveries, and the Notorious Night Riders losing their first wicket in over number 4. They are 26 for 1, 27 for 1.
Yeah, huge breakthrough there for Riley and the Police. They've arrested C. Paul for 16, so they've gotten the big man. New batter is Rambaran, Sacharan Rambaran for the Notorious Night Riders, but a huge wicket there.
A huge wicket. And you can see the dejection on C. Paul's face as he walks back to the pavilion. He probably thought that he could have smashed that through the covers for 4. Except on that occasion he got an edge, and it was gleefully accepted by the wicketkeeper Narayan Singh.
So, getting the wicket in the power play always does well for the team that is bowling.
So the right-handed Rambaran to take strike. I think that the tactics
of pushing him wide outside the off stump.
The tactics on Police are good. However, the execution needs to be a bit better. Riley on that occasion, they're pitching in a good line, a good length. See what he can do. It's another right-hander, so he doesn't have to change his line of attack.
Neither is field.
So the field is the same. Deep point, long on the deep fielders.
Riley, tail up right now, just getting an important wicket as he comes in. Short delivery, punch the offside, top delivery. What an over so far from Riley. Just as the skipper would have ordered.
Yeah, good comeback here from Michael Riley.
What a breakthrough it has been too.
He's absolutely spot on in this over thus far, barring the first delivery that was called a wide. He has pulled it back somewhat and is right on the money.
Short delivery, punch the offside as
They go for a quick single. Yeah, so Rambaran is off and running. Good over so far from Riley.
Wide and a
Just trying
single.
just trying to take the batters wide and protect that offside field. It's a heavily stacked offside field. There's a deep point, a backward point, extra cover, and the mid-off. There's also a short turn as well.
So Patia, he comes in to strike.
Short delivery, quick on him.
Right.
Straight to the field, but top delivery, so right. Riley really makes it up
Just
here.
finding Sukhdev Singh at deep backward square.
Well, I have to tell you, it was somewhat of a risky delivery because had it gone either to the left or the right of Sukhdev Singh, it might have very well been 4 runs.
28 for 1, sorry. Here comes Riley. Short delivery, Patia gets it
This one is pulled away into the gap. A couple of bounces and cleaned up by Joseph. So good feeling, a single.
Excellent feeling there to back up this bowler coming around.
So it had been a top over so far from Riley.
29.
A wicket and three runs thus far, with 1 delivery remaining.
As he comes in again. Short delivery, Rambaran.
This one is pulled away and another huge hit from Rambaran. Sat up and comfortably over mid-wicket for 6.
Wonderful pull shot there from Rambaran. As you said, it sat up quite nicely for him, and he was able to hit that well in front of square all the way for 6.
Scoreboard on after 4 overs.
So he spoils the over somewhat with that last delivery.
5-1. So there you have it, the reply to 142.05. Yes, so for the loss of that one wicket of Simple.
So 35 for 1. Joseph again.
Here is
This one
Joseph.
is down the leg side.
Starts to the wide again.
White to start the over.
36 down for 1. This is over number 5. Still in the board.
Similar stage, Police were 18 for 2.
Night Riders, Police scoring 20.
So the Night Riders pretty much doubled that score so far.
36 for 1. Slow delivery. And
Cut away.
it's
Good work.
Brilliantly stopped.
37 for the loss of 1.
Good work from looks to be
Breaking
Gango.
batsman on strike
Again.
now. So
They've got to be sharp in the outfield, and they've also, when they create the opportunity, the fielders are going to be under pressure to hold on. But,
Absolutely, they have to take just about all the chances that come their way in the outfield and support the bowler as best as they can.
That massive party right after, right here.
this one in the air.
Drops it!
It's gone to hand.
And he put it down. Well, we were now speaking about that whenever the catches go to the fielders, they would have to take all their catches and even the half chances. And that was a half chance that should have been taken.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, he put it down.
you're right. A half chance. Went to hand.
It did go to hand.
Yeah. You want to be taking those catches 8 out of 10 times.
8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Especially if you're defending a low score such as this.
Yeah, definitely. This one again, short and cut away in the gap and running away for 4. So this time Patia finds the gap and gets another boundary here.
Score goes up by 4 to 42 for 1 in the 5th over.
So 42 for 1. Joseph again, line of attack outside the off stump, but just too wide.
Too
Set
wide.
up really.
You're absolutely right.
42 of 1. Joseph comes in.
Again, this one is dabbed away neatly. And able to still get the single.
43 for the loss of
Delicate
1.
shot from-
Number 5.
So the runs continue to come relatively easy for the Night Riders batsmen. Not much pressure being exerted by the Police bowlers at the moment.
Here is Joseph. And he goes around.
This one is
But
in
this
the
could be
air.
another chance here. He caught. Well caught.
So in the air, and Rambaran has to go a good catch in the outfield, and so they've gotten rid of another big wicket here. So Rambaran has to go for 8, and Joseph striking here for Police. Night Riders now 43 for 2.
Well, he was put down earlier in the over, and he wasn't able to capitalize on the second chance that he got. So the second Night Riders wicket falls, and they are chasing 143 for victory. They are now 43 for 2.
Yeah, and coming in here for the Night Riders is the experienced Dinesh Ramdin.
Dinesh Shutter Ramdin, as he is known. He has played cricket at the highest level for Trinidad and Tobago and the West Indies all over the world. So he's quite a very experienced and wily campaigner.
So the new batsman replacing Ramaran is a
How badly the Police did want to see the back of Ramdin. They not want him to spend any considerable time out here. They take the game away very quickly from them.
Well, he was the one doing the heavy lifting after the dismissal of the leading run scorer. Yorker led delivery.
And it ends over number 5. And the score.
So 43 for 2 at the end of 5. So the John Charles to pick up the attack here for the police. Big tall right-handed seamer from Tobago. Very bright prospect is the John Charles. Very handy cricketer. Still inside the power play. Oh, starts with a wayward delivery. Yeah, bright prospect is the John Charles. When he bats, he hits the ball a long way. I think he has a lot to work with, the John Charles. And I think he's in and around the national setup, Charles. So whenever he gets his opportunity, you know, he would want to grab it with both hands. But at the moment, he's handy. He does everything.
But he's a pretty handy all-round cricketer, as you would have mentioned. Can contribute with both bat and ball.
So no ball. Looks to be a fielding impediment there from the police team.
So Batia has a free hit.
So the no ball is for the fielding violation.
Yeah.
And we call no ball. And a free hit.
Somebody fell asleep on the in the outfield there.
And the free hit is in the air. Goes up to the man there on the boundary and they don't get a run. So the free hit goes for 0. So just a no ball and it's gone. And the smaller goes to 44. 44 for the loss of 2 in over number 6. The final ball play over. Ball by Charles. He's coming into Batia. Full delivery. Batia is picking it up his legs.
What a shot. That is a beautiful shot. It was on Midland leg and he just flicked it beautifully through the vacant mid-wicket region for 4.
For the loss of 2, so they are motoring along here, Night Riders, well above the required run rate. And they are cruising at the moment, 48. Oh, this one is looking to drive. Doesn't make contact, that one beat him. So that's the second wide. And it's going to go to 49.
So 49 for 2. Patia
That is a huge hit.
yeah, he's just heaving that one, picking off the length there nicely was Patia, bringing up the 15 style for the Night Riders. Patia now with another hit here.
55 for 2 in over number 6.
That was a real slot delivery from the John Charles. Delivery asking to be hit. Patia is in some form, not missing out.
Well, Patia didn't need a second invitation. It was right in the slot, as you mentioned. And Patia said, thank you very much. I'll have peace of you.
A better delivery. So good comeback from Charles. Again, the 2 deep fielders. Deep point. And wide long on.
So 2 balls left in the power play. This one is cutting, but there's a man in the way.
Straight to the fielder.
55 for 2. And then
Final delivery of the power play coming up.
that's 5 for delivery. So 5 deliveries falling over number 6. Final delivery of the power play coming up. Just remember this.
In fact, the deep fielders, deep point and long off.
As Charles comes into Patia. Final delivery of the power play. Driven, but no
Tap down and good fielding from Joseph. Can't get a single. So a dot delivery to finish the power play. At the end of 6, the Knight Riders now 55 for 2.
Over, 8 runs per over. And well on their way to 143.
So the Knight Riders have a clear plan, but they get out of the trouble, and they are doing fine so far. It's out of the 6 overs in the power play. 55 runs so far. So the loss of 2 wickets. So
Field slightly spread now. We're outside of that power play phase. And so Gangu is coming back into the attack. 55 for 2. Still a further 88 needed from 84 deliveries. Required run rate at a manageable 6.2 to the over. Slip in place.
It'd be interesting to see what the power play score was at when police batted it.
20 for 4.
20 for 4. So the Knight Riders well ahead in this game.
Foolish delivery, Ramlin drives in the offside, sweeper comes around, 1 to the total, 56 for 2.
Yeah, so far it's been
So
bossy
Ramlin
stuff
known for
from the Knight Riders. Losing the toss here in this final. They were asked to bowl first, and I thought their bowlers really set up the game for the batting group. They were brilliant. Well backed up too by their fielders. Their fielding, ground fielding, and their catching was immaculate.
Well, the bowling was right on the money from ball 1. Backed up by some brilliant fielding.
But there was Patia hitting another maximum here.
Another maximum. So they want to get this game done and dusted in a hurry. Maybe they have some plans for the remainder of the night.
Yes, Coach Pajot, Brian Yearwood and company.
Well, it looks a rather worried bunch, the police camp. And they have every reason to be, judging by the way Patia has been batting and how the game has gone thus far tonight. I don't think that the police bowlers have put the balls in the right areas consistently enough.
There's a trophy that they're vying for. Silverware. So Gangu now over the wicket. Slower.
Trying to run that down to third one, beaten outside the line of the off stump.
Remember, they're chasing 143 for victory for that elusive Biche T20 trophy.
And we are going to have new champions.
Good delivery.
We're going to have new champions of this tournament. Biche, the defending champions, they were knocked out by the Knight Riders.
Which wasn't any mean feat at all.
Over cover, delightful from Chris Patia. That deserved 4.
But it was a lovely shot inside out over extra cover and into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, look at it. Clearing that front leg and just contorting his body to get under it and hit it extremely well over extra cover.
Brilliant stroke, brilliant stroke.
Not a easy shot to play by any stretch of the imagination.
Any stretch of the imagination.
Again.
Looking to go again, and the result the same. So back-to-back boundaries to finish off the over here. And the Knight Riders are certainly sewing up this score here. 70 for 2. at the end of 7 overs.
But it had been all one-way traffic so far.
Going at 10 over, they're 70 for 2. They're chasing 143 for victory, and they seem like they're in a hurry to get there. First party are on the go. This party ride finish feels as though the manager Rishman has sent a message. He wants that trophy. Let's go to the last year. And I know you're putting a lot of hard work to Rishman. Manager in charge of the Night Riders, as he has beefed up his side. And it seems as though he has sent out a note to Ramden and Patia. He wants that trophy tonight. Along with that,
So the John Charles, first over costing him 12. He comes back into the attack for
so the ball at the
Police.
eighth over will be Charles.
Night Riders looking to get 143.
By his,
They're halfway there, 70 for 2.
as he just works on the onside. And that's what
Smartly
the ball
played
happens. Patia is on the
by
go.
Ramden.
Ramden
Again
just
getting
clutching it on the onside, goes on to 71
Getting back
now.
Patty on strike, 40 from
The Night
27.
Riders are going at 10
But it's
over.
really
Way
smart
above
batting
the
from
Riders.
Ramling. I mean, there's no need
And
for him to
danger
take any chances at the moment, because Patia has been doing all the heavy lifting and they are well ahead of the run rate. So all he needs to do is just take a single and give Patia the strike.
Oh my word!
A brilliant delivery from Charles. Yorker-ling delivery. Patty had to get the bat down in time.
Brilliantly bowled by Charles.
They thought he had that man. What a delivery, a Yorker in the
Charming
back
down
row.
on that one.
Patia just got the bat down in
Excellent
time.
delivery from Charles. Needs to back it up here.
Halfway there for the Night Riders. And as I said before, they were the runners-up last year in 2023. And they
So
want
Night
to keep
Riders
one
looking
step
to
better
go
this
one
year.
better here.
And I
Finalists
know the
last year.
manager, Rishman, has done his
Looking to
homework.
go one better here. They certainly
has
put themselves in
got the
pole
players
position to
to
do
the job
so.
here tonight.
Absolutely, they definitely have one hand on the trophy at the moment.
Here comes Charles. Foolish delivery. Down the wrong, straight down the wrong. Has he been the beast one? No, he hasn't.
Good feeling.
Well fielded there, running
Just
around
a
the long
single.
boundary. One run to the two.
By Riley, limiting the batsman to 1.
For 2.
So it's 72 for 2 in over number 8.
Very formidable batting lineup here. Here comes Charles to Ramden. Shot delivery, cut away. Straight to the fieldsman.
Stabbed away.
Shot delivery, no runs. So, good
So it's been a
comeback
pretty
here
good
from
over though so
Charles
far from Charles.
to keep his side in it. Remember they
2
need
runs from 4
to either
deliveries.
take wickets or defend it
Yeah,
within
much
the
better
overs.
comeback.
Here comes Charles.
It's the finish off here
Shot
now.
delivery, full delivery. Hit square of the wicket. The man comes
There
up
is
to one,
protection
one
on the
run to
offside.
total.
So there's a
Score goes
single.
on by 1, 7-3. So good over here from Charles. Really keeping it tight.
Police need this
Not letting
sort
the
of
batsman free
over
their
here. They
hands.
need some tight ones.
Very good
Wickets would
Yorker
help.
deliveries.
But I don't think that they are going to win the match by restricting this Night Riders team. They would have to bowl them out, as you would have
And the
mentioned
last
earlier.
delivery here in the 8th over.
But wickets have been at a premium
Patia
so
on
far.
strike. Charles. Slow delivery.
Slow delivery.
Excellent delivery.
bowled
Top delivery. And
from
at the end of
Charles.
8
So
overs,
just 3 singles coming in
Night Riders
the over.
chase
At the end of it,
143
73 for 2.
73
Excellent,
for 2.
excellent comeback from Charles there.
And just a matter of 70 more to get up on the trophy.
So 70 required from 73.
Get $1,000 sponsored by
Pretty
Seenath
relaxed
Auto
bunch.
of the Bamboo.
Indeed.
But is there still hope for Police?
But we all know that cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty.
Over 2.
And stranger things has happened in this game of cricket.
It's such a funny game. Anything can happen. So you don't count it until you win it.
It certainly is a game of glorious uncertainties.
So there's
Things can change in the twinkle of an
In
eye.
the twinkle of an
for
eye.
both teams.
As the old saying goes, it's never over until the fat lady sings.
For Police.
And I looked around in the ground, I haven't seen any fat lady here tonight. So who knows?
73 for 2.
No fat ladies in the crowd. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Ramden is edging.
Edged away.
The dot delivery.
Short third in place.
So
Really want to get rid of
getting
Ramden
the edge
here.
of the bat of Ramden, but did not carry it anymore.
Ramden, a double World Cup winner. That T20 team and the T20 World Cup about to get going.
On the 1st of June, right here in the Caribbean and the USA.
Here he is in, and Ramlin is playing defensively, looking for a single, not on.
Ramlin seems to be struggling at the moment, but it isn't hurting his teaming anyway because they are well ahead of the asking rate.
Night Riders.
Yeah, he could afford to soak up some deliveries.
Yeah, indeed. We are seeing the crowd still coming in.
Doing the business for police at the moment.
But the problem is, there aren't much places to sit down.
You are absolutely right.
And Ramlin is pulling this one. Is it going?
Oh, this has gone for 4. It's beaten the deep mid-wicket fielder. And that goes away for a boundary.
Well, this is something that the police team can ill afford to do because they don't have much runs to defend. So they would want their fielding to be very, very sharp, supporting the bowlers.
So just about 64, 66 required for the... Oh, quick single!
Pushing here. On a direct hit. And Ramlin has to go. Excellent work in the outfield. And this is what the police team needs. And look at it. Ramlin pretty quick through the wickets, but a direct hit. And Ramlin had to go for 7. Police striking a huge blow here now. 77 for 3.
Well, I think halfway through the single, Ramlin pretty much gave up the ghost. That is a magnificent piece of fielding there from the man on the offside, running in, picking up the ball and underarming it, finding Dinesh Ramlin well short of his ground. And the third Night Riders wicket goes down. It's now 77 for 3 in over number 9.
It looks like the John Charles, the one affecting that run out,
The
was a
exuberance of
one-handed
youth.
pickup.
One-handed pickup.
Direct hit. Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
So could this have an effect on the game? Could we see a twist in things here now?
Well, I guess we would have to wait and see, because a type of fielding like that lifts the fielding side. It gives them that impetus, that energy within the field. And who knows if it is going to be infectious and rub off on his other teammates.
Picking up and trying it one and hitting the subs and Ramlin.
Ricardo Adams, meanwhile, has come out for Night Riders.
Goes down for the Night Riders. So police getting some momentum with that delivery. Pimp the scorer in, getting the wicket. And now they have gotten the important wicket of Dinesh Ramlin.
So Ramlin has come and gone for just 7.
Very well bowled. It was a delivery that was well tossed up outside the line at the off stump. And the batsman could do nothing but defend. Good bowling here from Gangu.
Gutsy bowling from Justin Gangu. He's
Tossing it up.
Yeah, he's
inviting the batsman to drive.
definitely.
I think if police can get Patty at this moment, they will feel that there is a big
Another good delivery. Quicker one.
Quicker one, that's right.
This good start.
Good end to the over. Just 4 on the wicket coming from it. At the end of it, 9. It's 77 for 3.
So is there another twist in the tail here?
So they are fighting back, police.
Who knows?
How much fight do they have?
As you mentioned earlier,
Right
a game of
back
glorious
into
uncertainties.
this favor.
They need an inspired bowling spell from somewhere, or a brilliant piece of fielding which they just had.
Yeah, the man affecting that run out has the ball in his hand. That's the John Charles.
So after bowling a pretty good second over, he followed that up with a magnificent field, a piece of fielding.
All our sponsors, Seenath of the
Adams back into the attack. In fact, Adams to face his first delivery.
Remember that catch has not taken as yet. 500 up for grabs if you can take a catch anywhere out of the playing area. Anyhow.
So the onus has been thrown to the spectators here, Calendar.
Yes.
Anyone taking a catch outside the boundary is going to walk away $500 richer.
$500.
I wonder if it applies to us here.
Well, I was now about to ask that. I was now going to practice my catching skills.
Because there's a party until the morning. This one is
Good delivery from Charles. A bit of movement in the air. And Adams.
So Adams is off the mark.
Single.
Yes, he's off the mark.
Charles.
You feel now here, Calendar, if the police could get another wicket or a tight over,
Yes.
you're just sensing a balance here now.
Yeah, but it can pretty much set the cat amongst the pigeons, as they would say.
Right now, it's. But it seems as though Night Riders.
Well, you would be more familiar with this Night Riders team, so I'm not sure how deep their batting goes.
Bowls and bat. There is a flip on the Titan.
This one is just taken on the body.
Lifting the bat away. The dot delivery nevertheless. And every dot delivery.
So another good delivery. Yeah, this Night Riders team, they do bat pretty deep. There
on the Night Ride.
still a few notable names to
Every
come.
dot delivery will carry the run rate up. Oh, this one is high.
In the air and out of here. So spoiling the over there.
Indeed.
Bowling deliveries like that. So then they will be released pressure.
A slot delivery.
Well, it was another slower delivery there from Dijon Charles, but Patia spotted it very, very early, and he was onto that in a flash and smashed it over the mid-wicket region for 6, over the long-on region for 6.
Yeah. Good connection. Looking to go again, and again this one is scooting through.
Yet the wicket is showing its two-pace nature again.
Yeah.
So Charles trying his best. If they pick up this wicket,
Police need some luck. Defending a small score here, they would need things to go their way.
Indeed.
The latter half,
The score in the meantime goes up to 84 for 3 in over number 10. So this is a huge, huge reply here from the Night Riders team. Remember, they are only chasing 143 for victory.
84 for 3. And it's wide outside the off stump.
Maybe just too wide? No. Legal delivery. So a dot to finish the over. Just 7 coming from it at the end of 10, the halfway stage. Night Riders in pursuit of 143 for victory are 84 for 3.
For 3. So they are well ahead of the police at the halfway stage.
And we're back for the second half of this.
We are back here live and alive at the Beach Recreation Ground
Who wants it more?
for the second half of the Night Riders inning.
Police taking first
We are
strike,
84 for 3,
142
chasing 143 for victory.
At the halfway mark, they are
So they now need 59 runs in 60 balls. It pretty much should be a cakewalk from here. Looking at the equation with 7 wickets in hand.
So Mana has really gone through the
So the man to pick up the bowling
as umpire Singh
is once again Justin Gangu. He'll be bowling to Ricardo Adams.
Remember, there's an after party. Lots of entertainment. DJ Chapstar in the house. Very popular DJ. As we start the 11th over, here comes.
So Adams, so this delivery is flicking that through the onside.
Just one.
Man at short fine runs around.
85
Limits them to
for
a
three.
single. 85 for 3.
And it brings the dangerous Chris Patia on strike. He has been there from the start and he's been really hitting them.
And Patia, who is on 47, he comes into strike. He has been doing the heavy lifting for the Night Riders team. He has struck some massive blows here tonight, smashing the police bowlers to all parts of the ground.
Different variety, from hot dog to fried chicken and chips.
So he surveys the
So
field.
he's getting there. Lots of sales of things up around the ground. Party on strike now. Remember, a trophy and 30,000 cash at stake here tonight. All courtesy
Deep fillers are mid-wicket, wideish long on,
supply.
long on.
And the sponsor himself is right now signing.
So here is
autographs around the ground,
Gangu to
Mr.
bowl to
Bishop
Patia.
Seenath. He's signing autographs, so if you want his autograph, you'll be walking around the ground.
And Patia to this delivery is trying to flick that down the leg side. There's an appeal for leg before.
Not out.
The umpire is not the least bit interested. It was rather
Important breakthrough, that important
desperate
bit of
appeal
Patia, quicker delivery,
from Gangu,
rushing on.
sliding down the leg side.
Score 85 for 2. Here comes Django. And he's playing the Patia.
That's very well played by Patia. There he comes long forward and just works it out onto the onside
Set back by Patia.
for an easy
Just
single.
one.
So the score goes up by
He's
1
pulling out his different scoop with
to
Chris
86
Patia
for 3 in over number 11. And I think the Night Riders camp, they would be very, very confident at the moment because they believe that they have this game pretty much done and dusted. But who knows, the police team, they might have other ideas.
1,000 cash. But can police scores an upset here tonight? They need
The left-handed Ricardo Adams
Bring
to face.
Adams on strike now. Here comes Django. Short delivery. Pull on the onside, but straight to the fieldsman. He throws at the non-striker end. As they scamper through
So
the
another
field.
single there by Adams.
Goes on by 1 to 87.
He goes up to 3. The score goes up to 87 for 3.
Patia back on strike.
And
As
Patia
the
is
crowd
back in
continue to
strike.
build here at the Beach Recreation Ground. Remember, this is streaming live to the USA and Canada, Bangladesh, India. So you can be seen.
So what can Gangu
Remember,
do
if you
here?
take a catch as well,
The police team need wickets and they need it desperately here. So here is Gangu.
Django, the left over in progress.
And he's smashing that high, hard and handsome over long on for another massive 6. And a wonderful way for Patia to bring up his 50 here. It has been a punishing, brutal assault here on the police bowlers by Patia. And he continues bringing up his 50 with a massive blow over long on for 6. So he is on to 54 from 40 deliveries. And the score races up to 93 for 3 in over number 11. So 50 runs required from 55 deliveries. And it appears as though the trophy is going to be leaving the Beach Recreation Ground here tonight
So lots of activities here. And I know
in the hands of the Night Riders team.
we'll get a call from the commissioner shortly.
So what can Gangu do here?
So
Can he arrest Patia and prevent him from having further assault on the police bowlers here? They have called for reinforcements, but I don't think the reinforcement would be coming in a hurry.
As well as picking up the singles as well.
So he changed his line of attack here. And another very good delivery here from Gangu.
So at the end of 11 overs,
So after 11 overs, the Knight Riders, they are 93 for 3, chasing 143 for victory. So it's a very simple equation. They need 50 runs from 54 deliveries. What can the police team do at the moment here? They need inspiration from somewhere.
And instantly walking to the after party tonight with 500 in your pocket. So look out for that ball.
So just in case you have just turned on your television, let me greet you with the news that the police team, they won the toss and they decided to take first strike. They found themselves in all sorts of trouble at 48 for 4. They eventually recovered to 142 for 5.
This is the 12th over in progress to be played by Dijon Charles.
So Dijon Charles continues
Adams
from the commentary box end,
who hails from Guyana.
bowling to Adams,
And he's looking to go down the ground. Well fielded there.
driving down to long off, well fielded by Riley there, limiting them to only a single. The return comes in. The score goes up by 1 more to 94 for 3 in over number 12. And the dangerous looking Patia, he comes back into the strike. So can Riley get the breakthrough here? Can Charles, get the breakthrough, and can he see the back of the dangerous Patia? Well, I guess only time will tell. He comes in once again to bowl to Patia. And he's smashing that over long on for 6. It was another slower delivery from the hands of Charles, and Patia was able to spot that a mile away, and he smashes it over long on for 6 more good looking rounds. So the onslaught continues here.
100, and that's the 100 up for the Knight Riders.
So that 6 brings up the 100, and it's 100 for 3 in over number 12.
Seems to be
Well, whether or not
arresting the police here tonight. Short delivery.
trying to pull that doesn't make contact, taken down the leg side by the wicketkeeper. So whether or not Patia will be spending the night in the cell in Biche tonight, only time will tell, because he has launched a brutal assault here on the police team here tonight, and nobody cannot seem to arrest him.
Yeah, not often we could see that, we could say that.
Indeed, the police being arrested by a civilian named Patia, or by the entire Knight Riders team here tonight. The batsmen couldn't break the shackles probably in the last 2 overs, thanks mainly to Ramdiel's assault, and now the batsmen are returning the favor.
Yeah, 60 from 42. And add 2 wickets to that as well, because he's affected the game with ball in hand too.
Indeed.
So he has shown his all-round capability.
His all-round capability is very much in line for the man of the match performance.
Again.
Yeah.
So 30,000 up for grabs here in this Seenath Auto Biche T20 final.
30 large ones.
Yeah, again, credit goes out to Seenath Auto for putting on a brilliant show here. He's been on board since the inception.
8 years in the making.
Yeah.
Here comes Charles.
By delivery, not given. So good delivery in the end.
In the end, indeed.
Speaking his native Guyanese tongue. What is that one?
So Ricardo Adams out of Guyana.
So Charles
Plays for the Endeavour Sports Club here in local cricket.
So, just working that out onto the onside for an easy single. So again, smart batting. Just turning the strike over to the hard and heavy hitting Patia, who has been doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, definitely.
Who wants it more? Remember, up for grabs, a trophy and 30,000 cash.
30,000 large ones.
Into Patia.
Good delivery.
Watchful by Patia.
Patia is rather respectful with that one, the last ball of the over. The end of over number 12, it's 104 for 3.
In chase of 143 for victory. So just under 40 required. They still have 8 overs. So the run rate will not be a problem. But on the other hand, they will want to get 2 or 3 wickets. Because without wickets, they are surely
So 104 for 3 at the end of 12 overs. Knight Riders just need a further 39 for victory. This partnership 27 from 19.
But it should be pretty much a cakewalk from here. Taking into consideration they have 7 wickets sitting in the hut.
Joseph, the captain, he takes things.
Yeah, Joseph would want to have a say in that.
And we are getting closer to the
Can he make a breakthrough here?
Well, let's see what magic he can conjure up here for his team.
Captain of this Polish team, he's led with great success throughout the season. Bad delivery swept away, but again there is some protection there.
Yep, dot ball.
So the Polish team, they've had an excellent season throughout.
Yeah.
You know, in the Premier 2 division, they were, you know, very competitive. They won the T20 final. This one, Adams is launching over mid-wicket. And that has gone a long way. Another maximum here for the Knight Riders.
Well, that is the first maximum from Adams. And he has decided to join the party. Saying anything that Patia can do, he can do it better.
Yeah, that was right in the hitting arc for the big man.
And he smashed it out of the park.
Yeah, strong man is Ricardo Adams. Well built.
Indeed, well built, well built. When he hits them, they stay hit.
Yes, certainly.
And these batsmen are no nonsense batsmen.
So the score goes up.
So landing some meaty blows on the police here.
Indeed. Well, the attack is coming from just about everywhere.
Looking dangerous as well. And this one is getting back.
Just working that out onto the onside.
Reinforcements maybe?
Well, it might be a little too late for that, but stranger thing I said has happened in the game of cricket. But I think that the Knight Riders team will be saying to themselves, well, we have this pretty much in the bag. Well, they have one hand and probably 2 foot on the trophy.
Yeah. Nelson it is, 1-1-1 for 3.
Yep. For those of you who are superstitious.
Yeah. Some would be out of their seats and hopping
yes.
on one leg.
Yes, on one leg.
Oh, spin and bounce.
And bounce. Brilliant delivery.
We need some more of that. Joseph.
Had the batsman in a spot of bother there.
111 total loss of 3.
Wrong the wicket.
Slow delivery. Just lighted up by Joseph.
Another dot delivery, but they can afford the luxury of playing out a couple dot deliveries because they only require
32 and 43 deliveries.
32 and 43. So lots of balls to spare. They can win with balls to spare.
Here he is at this time.
Good delivery to finish up. Looks like a seam-up delivery, but
Yes.
a dot. So just 7 coming from the over. At the end of 12, it's 1-1-1 for 3.
So the score is still on Nelson.
The end of
So I think for the entire duration of the match, it has pretty much been one-way traffic, except for the last 10 overs or the last 5 overs of the police batting. But it has been pretty much Knight Riders all the way.
Yeah.
So Riley returns to see what he can do. Can he pick up Adams, Patia,
So Michael Riley
and one other? View.
coming back into the attack now. Knight Riders needing 32 from 42 deliveries. At a similar stage here, calendar, Police was 68 for 4.
So the score is almost doubled.
Riley back.
Riley has had a good night thus far with 1 for 22. He had 1 for 22 from 2 overs.
7 overs left. 32 required.
Riley from a wrong wicket. Pushing this one. A quick single. And is he gone? Not out, says the umpire.
Well,
Keeper was taking the ball in front of the stumps there.
Well, for a moment it appeared as though the umpire hand was about to move.
Look at it. Yeah. Technique has gone out the window. You want to be behind the stumps, but
That's right.
you know, so that's so much of where the game has gone. It's evolved so much that, you know, things from the textbook aren't performed.
Well, you would see a lot more of that in this format of the game. So they are finally up Nelson.
Get the signal. The ball has gone to 112.
112 for 3 over number 14.
He has already got the 50. But he's looking to end the game.
61 from 47 is Chris Patia. He has been a real nuisance in
He
the
had been
tail
a
of the
thorn
police.
in the side of the police team.
Flat bat in this one, but just gonna be one more.
Just one to the score.
Well, he's a ferocious striker of the cricket ball.
For the loss of
Strikes it with tremendous power.
exactly 13 needed. This is over number 14.
It's been there from the start.
And he's probably looking to come out not out.
Left-handed Adams. And again,
He has certainly found himself in pole position to be the man of the match of this final.
So it's going down one by one.
Standing tall for his team here when it
Indeed.
really matters.
Both
Final.
Well, first with the ball, as you would have mentioned, and now he's doing it with the bat.
Maybe they have dropped.
2 for 35 with ball for Patia.
And Patia is left off.
This one is screamed away.
Well, the man at extra cover didn't have a ghost of a chance. It went past him in a flash and into the boundary for 4. It was struck again with tremendous power by Patia.
Screaming through the offside. No chance for the extra cover fielder.
None whatsoever.
25 required. And Patia away.
Pajat still motioning.
Riley is
This one in the air.
full, but
Falling short of the deep fielder.
and didn't really go anywhere to get a single.
So luckily for him, he didn't make proper contact.
In over number 14,
Indeed.
119 for the loss of 3.
119 for 3 over number 14.
Just 24 needed now from
7
37.
deliveries, yes. 6 overs on
Let's
1
remember,
ball.
as Adams is facing that one, a wide
We were
delivery from
delivered here by Riley. The score goes up by 1 more to 120.
120 for the loss of 3.
Completely losing the
And
script
remember,
there.
just in a little while,
Trying to
the
push him
cricket
wide, but
almost
that was
over.
way too wide.
A whole night up at it. No
More
one
spectators
can leave.
again.
The barriers are up.
Still coming in.
Where are they fitting though?
Oh, this one is wide and he's through. What a shot.
Driving away here.
He's expecting to run to
And
the
again
boundary.
another single.
And, it does so. Signal by umpire side.
Oh, in fact, it's 4.
It is 4.
And the score goes up to 124.
Well, for a moment it appears as though the fielder was able to cut it off.
40.
But it was so well struck that it was able to beat the fielder into the boundary for 4. So another magnificent shot here by
So it
the
seems
batsman
as
there.
though the Night Riders are in a hurry
13 coming
It
from
seems
that
they
Riley
want to
over.
after party.
So he wasn't able to
And the
arrest the
fat
slide.
lady seems to be getting up to sing that song.
So the score is now
Unless police have
124 for
something up their
3.
sleeves.
19 runs required from 36
But
deliveries.
the Night Riders are running away with it here at the Biche
Yeah, where do the police turn to? They're cornered here.
T20 League
And it seemed to be from one assault after the other.
supplies. So Pats,
Nowhere to hide.
presently close to the trophy. He'll be signing autographs tonight.
But as we mentioned, though, Calendar, the police team
That gentleman,
they
this would not be Putnell,
should
as
feel
well as
happy
other
with what they've
sponsors.
done throughout the season. They were champions of the
So 40
festival, the
overs gone.
T20 Festival Premier 2. You know, and they were also
24
highly
for three
competitive in
Night
the league.
Riders.
until the final round. And they are also in line to win the 50 overs tournament as well. They are presently in occupying second position. And if they win their final game tomorrow, they will go directly into the final. So it's still a lot to play for the season. And they have also entered into the Shogunas Mayors T10 competition.
Yeah. Narain meanwhile, is the new bowler, starts with a wide delivery. And you could probably tell us a little bit more about Pajat and the work that he's done with the police team. I know he's involved in the secondary schools coaching, where he won a number of finals with Presentation College San Fernando.
Yes.
And he is with the police team, and I know he is a tremendous hard worker.
Well, since Pajat has entered the fray at the coaching and management level, he has made a tremendous difference to the police team in the way how they train, the way how they play. But from a tactician perspective, he has brought that type of thinking and belief into the team, and really using the strengths of the players to improve them individually and to improve the team collectively.
Is it a catch? Yes!
So he has made a tremendous defense thus far in the short space of time that he has been here. But we pause because the wicket has gone down, and it is the wicket. Is it Patia that has been dispelled? Yes. So they have finally seen the back of Patia here. 467 from 52 deliveries. The score is number 125 for 4. But is it a case of a little too late? Because they only require 18 runs for victory from 35 deliveries, or is there another twist in the tail?
Yeah, I think the police, they are going to believe. The Jean Charles, the man again, affecting the game in the field, plucking out that one. Again, Patia looking to go aerially, but it had to be someone of the height of Charles who had to do that. Patia goes for 67. Night Riders now 125 for 4.
It was by no means an easy catch. He still had lots of ground to cover and still pluck it out of the air. So a wonderful running catch there from Dijon Charles. So he again shows his all-round ability with the ball and in the field.
Yeah, the police think, I think they still believe here, Calendar. They never want to go down without a fight.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, that is the type of fight and the type of belief that Pajat and the management team has brought into the team. And they would continue to have a never see die until death attitude.
And what a catch there on the boundary. Excellent catch there by the fieldsman.
So the new batsman is the skipper himself, Marlon Richards. And Narain Singh gets a wicket in his first over.
Yeah.
So after doing it with the bat, he has now come and is doing it with the ball.
The central spots. And he punches that straight back to the bowler.
Yeah, good start there from
Score remains on
Narain Singh. Wide first delivery, but he was able to pick up the big wicket.
So can police get a couple of wickets here again?
To finally see the back of Patia.
Short delivery. Cut away.
This one is taking the edge and running down to third man. Fortune there for Marlon Richards.
Well, Sukhdev Singh gave up the goose very, very early. It was travelling.
Difficult catch for the keeper.
Indeed.
Thick edge. Never easy.
So all the luck going the way of Night Riders, and a rather fortuitous boundary there from Marlon Richards to get off the mark. He's on 4, and the score goes up to 129 for 4 in over number 15, chasing 143 for victory.
Beaten outside the off stump this time.
Another lovely delivery there from Narain Singh.
Notorious Night Riders.
So at the end of the over, it's 129 for 4. Chasing 143 for victory. 14 runs required from 30 deliveries.
Very close to that promised land. That vision by their manager, Rishmana. This is his team, Notorious Night Riders. Remember, they were runners up last year, and they have gone all out to take the trophy now. So we're into the 16th over. This is the power play over. Remember, you're only allowed 3 fieldsmen out of the inner circle. And to bowl this over for police.
So the 16th over, it's going to be a power play over here for the batting team. So 3 fielders are allowed outside the circle. Tell you where those three are. Looks to be
So just
deep
14
backward
runs
square.
required now for
Long on.
Knight Riders to hold on to
And,
that trophy. And
Charles
$30,000.
looks like he's going to long off.
Remember, folks, there's an after party.
So
DJ
long
Charles
off.
in the house.
Deep backward square. And deep extra cover. This one is going straight. Field doesn't matter here
What a shot.
because
Up in the zone, and
Adams deposits this one
6 runs.
straight for 6.
Now,
What a shot. What a shot from Adams.
just 8 runs needed for victory now for the Notorious Knight Riders.
Yes,
So
sir.
he goes up to 24 from 13.
Here comes Riley. Shot number
That
10.
in the air there could be a chance here, and he's gone. So again another wicket has fallen. But the question is, has the police team left it too late? Because they only have 8 runs in which to play with here and 28 deliveries to be bowled. So Riley strikes again, but he has been pretty expensive tonight, going for 41 in his 3.2 overs thus far. So the 4th Knight Riders wicket goes down and it's 135. No, the 5th Knight Riders wicket goes down 135 for 5.
They made a lot of height, didn't go nowhere. Sukhdev was saying tie 5 and out of here.
Yep, Allah Shikha Dhawan celebration.
Yeah.
That man, Ravi Khan. He's been around a while. The manager sent out his nephew to finish the game. So the manager sent out his nephew to finish the game here. Just 8 runs needed for victory. Adams looking to finish it in style. Could only manage to sky in 8 points.
So Ali Khan is the new batsman that comes into strike. He'll be facing Riley.
Riley striking. Will that be enough?
Can Riley get another one here? Can he really send some panic into the Knight Riders camp?
Well,
8 needed.
well, judging by the look of things, he may need to take a hat trick.
Ravi Khan, the new batsman, left-handed Ravi Khan.
So Khan is the new batter.
And I'm sure.
Duckman is celebrating. Riley.
Here comes Riley. Short delivery. Just inside the line, umpire says.
So
Duck delivery.
gets a dot there.
Can't
Yep.
get to cut that one. No contact made, duck delivery.
So can finish it.
8 runs needed for victory here. 16th over in progress. As the crowd is billing. Short delivery.
A very good short delivery there from Riley. Khan was able to fend it off onto the offside and scamper through for a single. He's off the mark, so a very good over thus far. A good comeback from Riley there
Yeah, and
after being struck for 6.
yeah, and you notice Khan with no headgear. Doesn't
Quite
have
interesting.
his helmet on. Dangerous stuff.
It's almost like waving a red flag at a raging bull.
Night Riders.
It's like almost like viewing cricket from back in the 70s.
That's right.
Manager, I understand.
Martin and all.
Looking at
And I'm not sure it should be allowed by the umpire, judging by the new ICC regulations.
TCE 9890. TCE 9890. Attend to your vehicle. Please attend to your vehicle
Captain
at this
Marlon
time.
Richards to
There are
take
some
strikes
officers around
down
that
to
vehicle.
single digits,
Need to
7
attend to your
needed.
vehicle at this time. And there are some
From
officers out on the
26,
field who are trying to arrest those Night Riders at
Richard
this
is
time
on
as we
4. So can Riley strike again?
speak. Short delivery. Punch into the offside.
No run.
Dot ball.
Duck delivery. Remember, this is a 16.
Similarly,
over progress.
Police were
Night Riders
82
have
for
required
5
7 runs now
at
for
this
victory.
stage.
Lots of overs.
Same loss of wicket, but big difference in the runs.
Foolish delivery, pushed in the offside, duck delivery again.
Is it? I wonder though if it was just a case of the police
Overs.
winning the toss and
Notorious Knight
batting
Riders
and
needed just
maybe
7 runs for victory.
just taking the conditions for granted.
136 for 5.
And the
Barring a
surface
miracle
though
here,
just didn't
someone
seem
from
to
the
be
police team needs to
early on. The
five
police, they
wickets
seemed to be a bit tentative
get that victory.
early on, and the Night Riders, they took
Which
full
lucky
advantage
bowler
of that.
team can-
Well, they did maximize
pull
their
it back
play.
in.
It's almost as if it was a tale of two halves.
Mr. Seenath getting ready to sign some autographs out there. He's here presently. The man instrumental.
He is always celebrating win, loss, or draw. The duck man. Trying to get the crowd up.
Well, he has certainly worked for his money tonight.
Remember, this is the 8th edition. And remember, there's an after party.
So we are into over number
Several
17.
DJs on board already. You have a ride. And they're just warming up.
Now Ryan Singh is going to continue here to the left-handed can.
Well, he has 1 for 5.
Yeah.
7 runs to
Sukhdev
win.
Singh is in at slip.
Narayan Singh. Delivery. The offside. Perfect in the middle.
Cut away.
Oh.
It was an ordinary throw coming in from Joseph there. Had it been a much better throw, the batsman might have been struggling to complete that single there.
And you could see they're bringing the field
Yeah,
out.
not good work from the
They're
skipper.
trying to create that pressure. But is it too late?
Richards
6 runs required.
Narayan Singh
one
gets
hit
some
away
wickets.
now. Is Richards thinking
That's the
maximum
one
here?
for the police. They
Does
need
he
to get wickets
finish
to
it
win
in this
one.
over?
Otherwise, the Night Riders will
Well,
march
the
off.
duckman is on his mark there, just waiting.
Well, he's got rid of the duck suit.
Yes.
So some
So
adjustments.
he's in his starting position under starter's orders.
6 runs needed for victory. Here comes Narayan Singh. Quick delivery in the air!
Flicked away in the air. Is it going all the way? Yes,
it
it
is.
does. So the Notorious Night Riders here being victorious, toppling the police here, and they've certainly arrested them, and they are the new champions of the Biche T20. Richards finishing off things here with a maximum.
Well, hearty congratulations for the Notorious Night Riders. It was really a professional, workmanlike, and all-round performance.
Yeah, this is how things ended. Richards flicking this one off his legs nonchalantly. And that maximum ensured that the Notorious Night Riders claim victory here by police, winning by 5 wickets. And there's the graphic. Chris Patil, no hesitations there. Man of the match, 67 from 52, and 4 overs, 2 for 35.
Well, it was a rather convincing performance by the Notorious Night Riders. The match was pretty much set up by their bowlers, restricting the police team to 143 for 5 after having them 48 for 4 after 10 overs. And their batsmen pretty much put the icing on the cake. And the game was pretty much over, done and dusted very, very early. So it was a foregone conclusion. The police team needed to take very early wickets. They did take wickets, but it was not at regular intervals. And even though they took wickets, the Night Riders batsmen continued to score that more than 10 runs and over during that power play. So it pretty much took the pressure off of the remaining batsmen to come.
Yeah.
And in the end, it turned out to be a relatively easy victory in the end. So kudos to the Notorious Night Riders. They are the 2024. Yeah, they are the 2024 Biche T20 champions. Well deserved. They played as a professional unit. The bowling was very solid, backed up by some brilliant fielding, and the batsmen, they did the heavy lifting and did not wait or want to take the game too late. And in the end, they came out victorious. So kudos to Mana and his team.
Yeah, I think you summed it up there brilliantly, Calendar. And that victory would mean a lot to the Night Riders team. Of course, they were beaten in the final last year. This time they were able to go one better and defeat the police here convincingly by 5 wickets. So, with that, the celebrations have begun here. The Night Riders and the police are just meeting each other, and
And let us not forget, the winner walks away with $30,000 as well as the trophy. So they have bragging rights until next year, and they will be holding on to that trophy as the winners of this competition for 2024 until 2025. Runners up last year, they were able to go one better this year. So congratulations to the Night Riders team.
yeah, $30,000 richer in cold hard cash. So, on behalf of the entire team, we are going to sign off from Biche, as we thank you for tuning in and listening with us. We thank you for everything. On behalf of Kurt Calendar, Gerard Basso, cameraman Gordon Pear, and myself, Qadir Mohammed, we bid you farewells and so long for now.
Inside, please make your way out and keep the court clear at this time. asking the teams to gather in front of the pavilion. As we get ready to distribute these lovely trophies as well as the money. Paging Mr. Gooding. Mr. Gooding, please come to the pavilion. Mr. Michael Gooding, please come to the front of the pavilion. Also, Mr. Cozier.
Alright, end of cricket for tonight. And we have Notorious Night Riders being successfully winning this game. First time champions of Biche T20. It was really a wonderful tournament. We are getting ready to start the presentation ceremony.
Alright, so an announcement. Anybody losing a phone? Anybody's losing a phone, you can check us what DJ with after the presentation, alright?
We're asking all teams to gather. Remember, we asked to play the basketball court. At this time, before we start giving out the prizes, I would like to invite a very